Welcome everybody to the Devil's Work podcast. This is a show where we watch fucked up movies and then tell them back to you. Today I'm PsydeShow, joined by my co-host Skeptik, and we have a very special guest returning, Victoria. Make
It
yourself
me.
known.
It me. I'm back. Can't get rid of me. Sorry.
Thank you for coming back on. We are doing a fucking crazy ass, I think, modern classic. I would dare to say modern classic horror film, Spanish cinema today. We are doing When Evil Lurks 2023, directed by Demián Rugna. This is fucking nuts, dog. This
This
movie is fucking crazy.
this is the first Argentinian film that we've
Yes, thank you.
covered, but counting Germany and America, the third country we've covered where Nazis live.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a damn shame.
I,
Appreciate you bringing that up in the first 2 minutes.
Really? Right at the top. Right at
yeah,
the top.
it's
Just bring it
unfortunate.
way down.
It's
Way down.
unfortunate.
God
It
damn.
was on my mind. It was, and then it turns out the guy's last name is Rugna.
Yeah,
So
Rugna.
So think about when his parents might have emigrated. Maybe the
God
40s,
damn it.
maybe the 40s, maybe around 46,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Now
Allegedly.
we have been talking about wanting to do this one in the background for a long time. I've been since this movie came out, I think I've been talking about wanting to do it on the
hmm
podcast. So a couple of years now at this point.
And my general rule is if I know we're gonna cover it, I just wait until we're gonna cover it so
That's
that when
fair.
I come on, I have I'm pretty heightened emotionally right now.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you can't
exactly.
tell, if you can't tell, I just finished watching the movie like a minute ago, and then I was late coming here, and I apologize to you guys.
You're
But
good.
the reason was because Amanda and I had to talk about it. We had to like
Yeah.
decompress and talk
Decompress.
about it,
Yep,
smoke some weed
exactly.
about it, and
Debrief.
yeah,
Process.
what a ride.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the thing. There's a handful of scenes that stick out to people when they
A
talk about this
handful.
movie. There are, yeah. I mean,
You,
but like,
Mouthful.
usually there's kind of this like I've said it before, comic books, wrestling, and horror movies are the three things where spoilers are more enticing than they are like, well, fuck you, why am I gonna watch it now?
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And I knew about one scene in particular that happens about 80% of the way through the film, but when it happened, I was still very shocked. But there's
Mm-hmm.
like five or six scenes in this movie that could be the like, hey,
The
so
scene.
you know how like in Ichi the Killer, this guy he fucking cuts his tongue off. You know what I mean? There's like
Yeah,
six of those in this
yeah,
movie.
yeah, for sure. I feel like this. That's why I think modern cult classic is the right way to put it, because also this one I do think has been talked about very heavily in horror circles recently, just because of how fucking absurd it is at some points. Like several points, this movie just goes off the rails, and it is only an hour and a half long. It's fucking
But
wild.
it feels like a year.
Yeah. It feels like forever. Like it really does. But like, yeah, even Victoria, what was your first instance? I think I might have even like been fucking talking to you guys about it immediately when I saw this shit.
Yeah, the one of those scenes was spoiled for me, like as an introduction to just what the idea of this freaking movie was. And then it's one of those videos where it's like, hey, look, really disturbing thing, but we're also not going to tell you what the movie is. Go check the 50 comments.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's kind of my introduction to the movie. So I was like, oh, yeah, we gonna watch that.
Yeah.
What's
hmm
it on? Please tell
Just
me.
hmm
with the credit card. Just
It's crazy that it's not rated. It's actually an unrated movie.
that is
We
wild. I
about to
didn't.
rate it today.
Yes.
Out of six.
Out of
Out
six.
of
Out of six.
Oh man, yeah, and it's like I don't know if this guy's done very much before, but I know he's done. What was the other one he did before this? It was that one also made a big splash as well. Oh my god, I should have had this up beforehand.
Grounded.
Terrified.
Yes, Terrified. Thank you. I was gonna say it was like it reminded me of another movie for sure. Yeah, yeah,
I
absolutely. But
just I just ripped a quick Google.
yes, Terrified, and I did see Terrified, and actually that is a good
We
one.
were talking about this before.
Yes, that's what I
You
was
were
saying.
you were you were saying you were thinking about picking this movie at one point.
Absolutely, and we are gonna be doing after this. We're definitely gonna be doing it. I don't know if it's as strong as this movie. Spoilers for how we're gonna rate that one, but
He
it is a
he,
good movie though.
he also directed a segment in the 2022 hit that I believe I have mentioned before on this show, Satanic Hispanics.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you've talked about it. No, I haven't. Oh my God, did he? That's so
I've
cool.
I've never seen it either, but as it popped up on Google here, I was like, I've definitely seen this and we've giggled about it
Yeah,
before. Satanic Hispanics.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
All
Chapter
right.
chapter 3, El Vampiro.
That's firme, bro.
Very
Oh
firming.
man. Oh man. Now that you say firme, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I have to tell people this. I just found this. The owner of Suavecito is pro ice.
Oh, what in the fuck?
And
Canceled.
I love Suavecito.
Jesus.
I'm in shambles.
The
I
fuck?
can never buy it again.
Oh, just
I
so
got
we know. Hold on, where is it? So we could see if we could see that pin. Shout out to my roommate for giving me this
There
pin,
we
dude.
go.
I
Hi,
fucking love
roommate.
this thing. Appreciate you,
Yeah.
Nora.
In case it's any shock from the three brown people on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're you obviously know where we all stand.
Yeah, but I was very sad to hear that, and
That's unfortunate. That's fucked up. But
it
let's
really is.
get
But you know what? I'll
get back
just
to the fabled
find new
horrors.
pomade.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's go back to using glue.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'll go back to the. Oh no, wait, I can't. Shit. The gel that I used to use to spike my hair when I was in third grade was literally just called ice. That's all. Fuck. Fuck.
Wow.
So fucking stupid. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a wild one. I mean, I like I said, he's been around for a little bit as it turns out, and like I haven't seen all of his work, but I damn sure am looking forward to whatever else he makes. Like after this boy has absolutely solidified himself as one of the like new greats for sure.
I mean, it's pretty good. I definitely greatly enjoyed this. I hesitate to jump that quickly because I've been let down recently by a lot of people where I've seen one movie and gone, "This is an absolute fucking slapper. I love this
Mhm.
person. I will watch anything you put out." And then watched another movie by them and been like, "How the fuck did you make both of these?" So
That's also fair.
I'm a little more hesitant. First, I must watch the 2022 hit Satanic Hispanics, and then I think
Then
I'll
we
be
make
able
our judgment.
to firmly judge him as an artist
That's
You
from
mean
fair.
his
you mean
probably
you mean firme joint?
Yeah.
Firmy?
firmely.
So
It's
stupid.
it's like Dom Toretto always says. It's all about firmly.
Family.
Get
God
out.
damn it. Get
Get out.
out. So
Hey,
we'll
what's a
move
podcast without a digression?
so we'll move into I don't know, should I save the trivia for afterwards or should I give it now? Because it kind of gives context to the movie, which is interesting. I
Mm,
like oh fuck it, we'll do it now.
You've
So
piqued my interest.
yeah, so this is a piece of trivia I saw on the IMDb, which is really neat. It says during a post-premiere audience Q&A at Fantastic Fest, director Demián Rugna said that he got the idea for When Evil Lurks from a series of news stories about farm pesticides in his native Argentina using widespread health or causing widespread health issues. He suggests that corporate apathy about the workers' health and the way that the issues occurred out in the middle of nothing or nowhere where it's easy for profiteers and city dwellers to ignore the impact of their choices, started him thinking about the idea of lurking evils given free reign to spread. So I don't think that like gives anything away. I think it gives a lot of context to like what we're about to talk about too.
I think it's kind of in line with like how I interpreted it as well, which
Mhm.
is just sort of like at a certain point there's so many like ripples in the pond interlapping, so this web of consequence when you get on a global scale, when we all just kind of lived in like little villages and there was like 15 people that knew each other, it wasn't that big of a deal. But now that we have like international society, like the whole the butterfly effect of it all is
Yeah.
just like so intensified because before it was like how could someone on the other side of the world truly affect you, but now
Hmm.
Welcome,
it,
bubonic plague.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly, it's
Yep.
it's just so beyond you, like your decisions affect other people more than they affect you,
Yeah.
you
Yeah. Yeah.
know.
Yeah, for sure. And this does get into a lot of that. And I like that it also is a lot of different types of movies. Like it's almost like a possession film, a
Hmm.
infection film, and then also it's a dystopian sort of feeling. Like it's not
I thought you were
actually
gonna.
dystopian.
I thought you were gonna say disaster, and I was actually gonna say like it does sort of have that because there's a lot of just
Yeah,
like we gotta get in the car and drive
that's what I
away.
mean. Like, yeah, that's what I mean. It's also dystopian disaster. Yeah, like so that in that vein, but very much it crosses all sort of different boundaries. I think within the movie, and it's very interesting how they managed to keep everything feeling cohesive with as much as it's going on too. Holy shit, there's so much happening in this film at any given moment, dude.
You forgot that it's a family film.
Yeah, it is. This one is about, but
It's like Fast and
we're
Furious.
That's so funny.
What did you call it? Fast and Furious? Oh no,
It's
you were
about
trying to say
family.
firmly.
Firmly,
Firm. God
It's full
firmly.
circle. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
so but yeah, with that being said, this one is a Shutter, I believe, original.
Yeah, it
So
gave me the pam pam, even though
mhm.
I watched it on Hulu.
Hmm.
Yeah, it definitely, I mean, we've talked about Shutter so much on this damn podcast. Like we love them. Go watch everything that they have on their catalogs.
Look,
But
they might not be satanic Hispanics, but we like
and
them.
then they might even have Satanic
They might
Hispanic on there.
have
I
it.
was gonna
I
say that, like, we haven't checked yet. But yeah, if that all sounds good, go check it out there. You can find it
It
anywhere
is
where
actually a Shutter
hell
original.
yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
If this doesn't get you a sponsorship from Shutter, nothing will.
In like a parallel universe, that was the name of this podcast, and Evelyn felt weird about it from the beginning.
That's so fucking good.
So let's move into
Trigger warnings.
trigger
Yeah, yeah.
warnings here.
I feel
Uh,
Um,
triggered. I feel
a
yeah,
triggered.
a
yeah.
lot. I
A lot.
mean,
It's a lot of them for sure. I've been violence against animals and children,
oh, big
uh,
Hmm.
time.
self-harm, gore, and gooiness.
Yeah,
Oh,
body horror
so
for sure.
gooey.
Mm,
It's not
mm,
rated, and because of that,
yeah,
they're like when I saw that, I was like, oh, I wonder if Hulu just made like some weird mistake, and for some reason it's just
nah.
displaying that. It's just so rare to see a thing that's like just fully not rated. Um, but then once a certain scene happened, I was like, okay, I get it now. Wow, really? We're
Yep.
really crossing
Yeah.
a lot of lines here.
Yeah. The MPAA wouldn't like us for that
Yeah,
one.
I mean it's a lot. You got to have a strong stomach for this, and it's a lot
Yeah.
of um, tension in terms of like the things we as viewers see and know are coming,
Oh yeah.
but also in terms of the heightened emotions that the characters are feeling.
The
So if
interpersonal relationship shit goes wild,
so
dude.
I think we need to introduce this as a concept on this show. The trigger warning of saying that it's an uncut gems light. You know how in that
Yeah, like
movie
a roguelite.
they're just screaming at each other and you're just like really freaked out because of that. Like you're just up there with them because they're always screaming. It has an
Wait,
uncut gems
did we
quality to
talk about?
it.
I think we talked about it at Skidmore, where it was like, "This is mom and dad fighting the movie."
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Basically.
That's so fucking good. Yeah, 100%.
There's a portrayal of autism, and
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's actually handled in a surprisingly respectful way.
yeah.
It's not an
Mhm,
autism is a superpower movie,
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
But yeah, it is a pretty distinct depiction of
yeah,
autism
yeah, yeah.
going
And it
on
was an
here.
interesting thing to add in there because I was like, why did you add the character? And then I was like, oh, then they brought it back around in terms of the writing.
Yeah,
So
it ends up
pretty
having
interesting too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a very interesting like aspect to write into this type of movie, which we'll get into it. But yeah, that all sounds good. I think that covers it though. I think this is, I don't know, man. If you're gonna listen to this show, let alone watch these movies, like you gotta have kind of a strong stomach. So
That's right.
get good, kids.
Hmm.
You must be a baller as well as a shot
Shot
caller.
caller. That's so good.
All
So
right,
let's get
let's
into it.
jump into this highly traumatic film.
This is a big one. So here we go. Our story begins as two brothers, Pedro and Jimmy, hear gunshots ringing out from nearby their home. Pedro determines that it's a revolver being shot, and they prepare to go investigate when the sun comes up. We get a really cool title card as they scan the fog-riddled forest.
They walked for like hours as well, and they're in this like rural farmland sort of area, which really for like the first like 15-20 minutes of this movie, I was kind of like, all right, what exactly is our setting?
Yeah,
Like what
yeah, and it
exactly is the
does change
world?
pretty drastically,
It
like
does.
every single scene to scene. It does. It's pretty cool. So we see the two slowly walking through the forest with their dogs when they come across the remains of a body that's been ripped in half. The torso seems to be missing as the entrails are hanging out. They think it might be someone they know named Ruiz who is hunting a puma recently.
Who's hunting a puma that killed one of his goats.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to write that in. That's
Yeah,
an
which
interesting catch. Really good
yeah,
catch.
which becomes relevant later, but they don't tell you that it's relevant later.
Yeah, yeah. I know they really do. Again, this movie does not hold your hand. Like things really do get revealed in a lot of interesting ways, but it just happens so naturally. You're just kind of
It's
like,
it's
"Oh
a
fuck."
thinker.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, Jimmy even accuses Ruiz of being the killer at one point because he claims that he doesn't even like them. They find a golden key-like instrument of some kind among the victims' belongings and see that they were headed towards a woman named Maria Elena's home. They also see notes in another language along with a photo of Maria's passport.
Hmm.
When they arrive at the house, Maria tells them that she was expecting a man to come and help her with her son, Uriel. She says that he was supposed to kill him. They walk into the bedroom and see Uriel in all his seven looking ass glory. He's
That's a
bloated. He's bloated, swollen, and there are several types of liquids oozing from his body through various sores.
yeah.
Yum.
Mm.
He looks like a Last of Us,
Yeah,
like a clicker. Like
yeah, for sure. I was
he's
thinking Boomer, Left for Dead.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. He looks like one if you downed him, but
Mhm.
without exploding him.
Yeah. It's kind of like you said, you kind of keep jumping. And for a second I was like, why are these guys like investigating these things like so hard? Like they kind of show up outside her house like they're cops. Like
Yeah.
they're both holding guns, which
Yep.
makes sense because they hear gunshots on farmland, you know? So they're like, yeah, let's go make sure this is all above board.
Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly.
but yeah, it starts to come together more.
Hmm. So Maria claims that she tried to pray it away, and Pedro chastises her for saying that churches are dead. When he asks if they've reported it yet, Maria's other son says he did so about a year ago, which
Hmm.
was wild. Dude. I was like, what the fuck? We
Yeah.
obviously know it's ACAB over here, but god damn, son, they give a
Hmm.
really, they don't help that argument a lot at all. This
Hmm.
whole movie.
Yeah.
So the brothers set out to the police station to get answers. When they arrive, the cops tell him that the rotten sightings are rare because they're out in the middle of nowhere. Pedro is enraged when he hears that they only just sent out a cleaner the other day when the ministry was has known about this for over a year. One of the pigs again blames Ruiz for killing the cleaner. Then the sergeant tells them to forget about it and that they will let the proper division handle this case.
I love being such a menace that everyone in town is just like, yeah, he probably murdered some guy.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's just like we know he did it, bro. Like,
That
what are we
everyone is
doing
just
here?
like, fuck this guy. He's such a dick. I bet he'd kill somebody.
I know they are all shitting on Ruiz before we ever meet him. That's so funny. So they go to see Ruiz and tell him that the entire thing was a setup from the authorities to seize control of his land. That's why they abandon us. They don't care about us. The brothers disclosed that they were warned about telling anyone about this, or else the town was in danger of being marked for some reason, rendering it useless. He says that four of his dogs had run away months ago. First,
I think he just means that they would like target them on like the police and the local
yeah,
government and
yeah, yeah.
like they would just make their lives hell on purpose, I think is
Hmm.
what they mean by that.
Yeah, so he says first they make the animals go crazy, and then they even make the deceased crazy. Pedro recommends that they auction everything off and leave before the virus spreads, but Ruiz calls him naive. And that was kind of crazy too. He's just like, you like we should just go. Like we just gotta go. And we'll see later on that was obviously the right course of action, but this dude was like, no, they ain't coming for my guns.
I thought this was America.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, not at all. Turns out, Nazi land.
Oh, that straight up, yeah, it's not very different right now. Late,
I don't know if you guys knew that, but a lot of that they moved there after World War
yeah,
II.
100%. Yeah, we're gonna do. There's another movie I actually want to bring up since you're talking about that. The
Schindler's
Wolf.
List.
Yeah, it's Schindler's List. Uh,
Jesus.
the Wolf.
That now that's a fucked up movie.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Boy in the
The
striped pajamas.
Wolf House. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one.
No, but I came to the
It,
podcast hungry. Now I'm
it
thinking
is,
about
yeah,
the
it is.
smokehouse.
So the Wolf House is one that we're definitely going to get to because it was talking, or it's
Oh,
based
Jesus, this
around.
looks
Yeah, it
terrifying.
is fucking terrifying. It's genuinely so scary.
Oh my
It's
God, I'm gonna have a bad time that day.
yeah, you're not gonna have a great time. It's like that one I legit am like waiting on because it's so rough to get through.
I'm like, how does this translate to like animation? It's
Beautiful, beautiful work of art to look at. Terrifying. I did not sleep well for a fucking few days after watching that movie, dude.
Joey,
yeah.
So scary.
I think we're gonna need to take your internet privileges away. What
Yeah.
the hell is this? Also,
Are you looking at some pictures too now?
Yeah.
also, it says languages: Spanish and German.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So
Oh, oh.
that's literally what it is because it's literally based around the Nazis that fled over there to Argentina and then they like were ingraining themselves in the society so much so that one of them was like literally an ex-Nazi was running a school that was like basically a cult. And it ends up being that like this is the interpretation you're watching what the Wolf House is an interpretation of one of the victims going to the Wolf House and it's like whew, it's not a good time, man. It's not a good time, but it's a fucking fascinating movie. Like
Yeah.
genuinely really really interesting film. And like the way it was made, we're just going off into a whole other tangent, but I'm just so excited to watch that movie. It's so yeah, but now you're talking about it, that's another one for the listeners to check out if you're watching this and happen to want a good pairing. I don't know if
Is
that's
that something you might stream on your Twitch?
we could.
That'd be interesting
We
because the
could.
whole time I'll be going, "Oh my God, fuck."
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, we should. Holy shit. Yeah, we totally should. Actually, now yeah, you mentioned it, we totally should. We'll make that happen. That'll be to be continued.
Okay, and Victoria has to come now.
Victoria, you will absolutely be there for it. So later
Deal.
that night, we see.
You're gonna have a bad time too.
I I usually do when it comes to the movies that y'all recommend, but I end up
Mhm.
liking it anyway. So
Yeah, yeah,
what does
yeah,
that say about
exactly.
me?
So later that night, we see Ruiz at the dinner table with his wife Jimena. When he suddenly storms out of the house, she screams for him not to do something stupid. He arrives at Maria's house with a double barrel in tow. He kicks down the front door to make his way into the bedroom.
His pregnant wife, we should say.
Yes, thank you,
His
thank you.
very pregnant
Very
Very
wife.
pregnant wife.
pregnant.
Yes,
She's
yeah,
ready to pop.
yeah, for sure. So when he sees Uriel, he is horrified at what Maria has supposedly brought to his land. Maria and her son are pleading with him not to shoot because if he does, the evil spreads somehow. We hear Uriel plead with Ruiz to kill him. You coward, kill me before I make my way into Jimena's belly and possess the life growing inside of her. You'll be the first I visit when I'm released. Maria's son glances over at the revolver lying underneath a blanket nearby, but the scene cuts to Ruiz in the truck before we can see what happens.
You gotta love the and this actually strengthens like part of my interpretation because like I said, I just watched it today for the first
Hmm.
time. But it does seem that this evil, it has this omniscience to it. I was
Yeah,
searching for the right word.
yeah.
That it is seeing things outside of itself.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of again, it's not really ever fully described what it is that we're dealing with. It
There's a
is really
lot of
just like
like having to connect the dots logically and like leaps in logic to
mhm.
kind of at the end like piece everything together
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So the next morning, Pedro and Jimmy arrive at the house at Maria's house to see Ruiz still sitting in his truck. They see if he's killed Uriel. They check to see if he's killed Uriel, but he hasn't. He tells them that they need to move him 2 or 3 hours away from the land in order to make sure that the evil doesn't spread. The men drag Uriel out of the bed and put him onto the truck. This is so disgusting
It's
of it.
so bad. There's like
Ugh,
shit and pus everywhere. They
ugh.
drop him a few times.
I
As
thought
they
he
Like
was
like,
gonna burst.
me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was like, either when he hits the ground, he's gonna just pop, or like as they
Mhm.
drag him, he's gonna rupture. Like,
I
So
was watching
disgusting.
that and I was like, "Oh, I've seen this episode of Dr. Pimple Popper. It does not end well."
Ah!
terrifying. Real bad what you said there.
You're welcome.
I hate that so much. Oh, fucking disgusting. So the
I
next,
love those videos though, especially when they don't wear gloves and then they're just
oh,
like,
God damn
I gotta
it.
remember to one day intro us with "Welcome to the Devil's Work podcast, the only podcast that comes with a barf bag."
Oh, that's a good one.
Fuck, merch idea, dude. We
There
should
you go.
make
Yeah,
we should
merch like
make
Farfetch with the Devil's Work logo. That's so
that
funny.
would
I'm
that would
already on
be
it.
awesome to
That
like
would
hand
legit be
out.
fun. Yeah, legit be fun. So the next morning, Pedro and Jimmy arrive at Maria's house. Oh, my bad. So my bad. So as they're driving, Ruiz nearly hits a kid riding his bike, causing him to swerve out of the way. When they reach a far enough point, they decide to dump the body off at a small bridge. But when they go to retrieve it, it's missing from the bed of the truck. Ruiz decides that where it must have fallen off was good enough, and that's it should all be over now.
And the the bed of the truck, he has like a bed cover, and it's like torn and ripped, and the metal is bent, and
How
I'm
did you
just
miss
like,
that, dude? Like, how did you miss that?
yeah, it's yeah. I was like, what
Jamie,
the
have a
fuck, dude?
word with
Like,
yourself.
And there's
yeah.
also pus on the outside of the truck too, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
fucking hate it.
Because
Hmm.
God.
I think I tried watching it before I did
Uh,
Friday the 13th things. I think there's like a quick little shot where they're all outside of the truck and they're like, "Where'd he go?" But you can
Hmm.
see like a little bit of pus on the
yeah, it's on the
like
back
just
tire.
before the tailgate.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, it's
I
fucking
ain't cleaning
disgusting.
that.
I hate it. Yeah, I hate it, dude. I hate it. That's the worst part of the movie for me. Not any of the other horrible shit that happens. It's the pus bullshit. Like,
It's the brown green pus.
fuck
I
that
think
shit.
we just found his line, so maybe we should
That's
start watching.
It's funny that that's the line. Like
it. Literally
everything
is
else is
that
okay,
bodily
but
shit, dude. That's what I'm saying. Everything else is fine. It's just that shit is so fucking disgusting to me.
Start sending you videos now on
Fuck
Instagram.
off. Fuck you.
Your trigger word is not
uh,
gonna be bulgogi anymore. It's gonna be pimple
it's
popper.
fucking
see, this
disgusting.
actually plays really well into the themes of this film, and I'll tell you why later.
So later that night, the brothers are trying to wind down at home, but it's clear that something
Wind
is
down with a couple of bears.
but
Cervezas,
it's clear that
Spanish.
something is still
Uh,
wrong.
Wind down con I don't know, con unas cervezas.
Uno más.
Fucking so dumb.
I'm
Anyway,
practicing. I need to get
I
better.
know, I know, and I'm very
Por
proud of you.
supuesto.
Joey, what
So,
do I tell people? No sabo, lo siento, soy pendeja.
That's hilarious.
I got one for you. This is what I tell people when they ask me if I speak Spanish. I learned this at my last job. Yo solo sé que no sé nada.
That's so funny.
I
I'm
on-
writing that down.
I only know that I know nothing. And it
That's
make every time
so
they
good.
laugh and then they give me a pass and they move on.
Exactly.
It's like they don't go, "Oh my God, why don't you know Spanish?" They're just like, "You know what? Fuck it." And they just keep going.
It's that fucking that scene in Family Guy where he's like, I only know that
That's exactly how I feel.
I only know that one sentence in this one describing it.
You're joking, right? ¿Qué?
Okay. So stupid.
Actually, it's Mayam O'Brien. You don't need the S.
So dumb. Anyway, the next day, Jimena goes outside to check on the goats and screams out to Ruiz for help. When he runs out to check, here we go. He singles out one goat in particular and says, "You." He fires his gun in the air, and all the goats, except for this little guy, take off running. He points the rifle at the animal, and it slowly walks towards him, like, pull the trigger, pussy.
And there's a couple interesting things going on here.
Hmm.
Did you notice the shot where the horns were different?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
When he's bearing down on it, he's
Yeah.
walking up and he has the gun out,
Hmm.
and the goat starts walking closer to him. And then all of a sudden there's a shot from behind his head and the camera's like where my hand is, like it starts low
Yeah.
and then it moves higher. And when it moves a little bit higher, we see horns that are sticking straight up and it looks to be about as tall as him, as if the
Oh,
goat's
that's fucking
standing on its
sick.
back legs. But then when we actually see the goat,
It's just
it's on all
on all
fours
fours,
and
yeah.
its horns are like curved backwards. So they're seeing like a horrific demon. They're not seeing a goat.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
They see something different. And did you realize what about this goat? Like why it was this goat anyway?
The eyes?
This is the goat that the puma killed.
Oh,
That part I
what the
did
fuck?
assume.
Oh, really?
It
Yeah,
took me
it
like
Oh,
two watches.
that's why he immediately clocks it.
that's why they
Yeah,
recognized it,
I
but
see.
then it seems to like transform in front of his eyes
Oh,
because you
that's
see the
so
shot of
cool.
him like like kind of
Yeah.
watching it get taller, and then we see different horns than the goat actually
Oh,
has.
that's so cool. Damn, this scene fucking rips for a few reasons.
I I was reading in the trivia he spoke to Hammer magazine about this and said, I hated making that scene. I had a lot of problems. It was not easy to shoot. It was a 1 day shoot in the animal or in the daylights with animals and lots of effects. All of it needed to be done in 10 hours. The goats kept running away from us. 150 goats just doing what they want to do. The daylight was changing constantly because of clouds. It truly was a
Yeah.
horrible experience. In the end, everyone loved that scene. Maybe I'll love it in a couple of years, but right now I hate it. Goats are
That's so
crazy.
fair.
The owner of the goats said they can do some things if we baited them with food, but they're untrainable because they're all crazy. The goat that winds up being the center of this piece in the film, we love the look of it, and they actually said it was meant to die before our day of shooting. The owner of the goat said after the shooting, they were going to make a barbecue of it.
What
We were
the
like,
fuck?
no. And then 1 year later, I was sent a picture of the goat with baby goats. The owner granted
Oh.
her a longer life because she became famous.
Oh
That's
my God, I thought you were gonna say that they sent a picture from their carne asada
I
and
was
they
gonna say
have
like
video.
that's
Here's
so
your goat.
From the goat roast.
that's hilarious, dude.
Hate video.
But yeah, worth it. It
So
was worth his suffering because it came out really
yeah,
well.
yeah, absolutely. So Jimena pleads with him not to shoot as she goes to pry an axe out of a nearby stump. He fires the weapon, damn near decapitating the goat, and not 2 seconds later, Jimena drives the axe into his skull as he
Hmm.
falls to the ground dead. She
She tells him
screams,
specifically, "Don't kill it with a gun."
don't shoot it with a bullet. Yep.
Yeah.
She screams and then she turns the blade on herself, swinging it into her own face several times before collapsing. That shit is violent, so this shit is
Yeah.
crazy because we see it dead on. Like that's the thing. Like usually you'll
Yeah.
see those scenes from the side, which we do at one point, but like you see it fucking face forward to the camera, and she is just driving that motherfucker in her face. It is fucking violent, dude. Yeah, that shit was horrible, horrible.
Bad stuff.
That's fucking cinema, though, my guy.
Bad times means cinema.
Oh yeah. It's the shock of like, okay, the demon's done, right? Like he killed it, right? And then it's just like, no, whack. I was like, oh
It's interesting because it seems like what's happening is like when they bring up the concept of a rot-in, we come to understand
Mhm.
that like the authorities are aware of these things, the people are aware of these things, people don't even believe in God anymore
Yeah.
because of them.
I
Like ev
love the church is dead line and then like how that
Hmm.
comes back around later on. That's so cool.
yeah,
So cool.
it's like they mention it being the end of the world a couple
Mhm.
of times, so it's sort of like. And we're seeing such a rural, detached place that it's just like have entire countries fall into whatever's happening here.
Yeah.
Like what is fucking going on? How prevalent is this? How far along are we in this like ending of the world right now? Are we seeing like the middle of this shit, or are we seeing like the end? Like it's not the beginning because people there's a word. They're like it's a rotten, you know?
Rotten.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
there's a
yeah.
whole
And there's even a scene where one of the characters mentions that the city has a protocol that they're
yeah.
Hmm.
enabling. So I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah, so it's just like they're so in it at this
Mhm.
point,
Mhm.
and it's just trying to piece together from the limited viewpoint that we have, like how far along
Yeah.
all of this is. But it does seem like there's like multiple lines of possession happening because they even
Yes.
say that like someone purposefully stopped the cleaner from going to go
Yes.
get Uriel and like purify and kill him.
Exactly.
So it seems like whatever possessed that puma then made the puma kill the goat. And I think we didn't mention that they say when they're at the police station that it's animals start to go crazy first, and then
Then it
that
drives the
the
humans
dead
crazy.
start no the
Or
dead
the
start to
dead
go
start to go crazy.
crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's why like the goat came back to life after being killed by the puma that was already possessed. So it's just like it's
Oh,
not just
such fun foreshadowing though. Oh,
That
it's
part, the
it's it's
foreshadowing.
it's
yeah.
not just like in like a regular zombie movie you kill them and you're like keeping yourself safe, but in this because it seems to be like demonic,
Hmm.
you killing them makes things worse and being killed by them makes things worse, and it's just this like there's no escaping it,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
what I thought of immediately was Fallen and how in Fallen you get the demon jumping from person to person through touch. Well,
hmm
this one kind of just seems like it's airborne once it's killed, like
At
when it's
one
shot.
point they do say when it goes viral, and I
Hmm.
think it's for lack of a better term. Like I don't think it really is a
Yeah,
like I think it's
yeah,
more
yeah,
of like a spiritual thing, but
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
kind of is in the air like you're saying, but
yeah.
it's not like a germ or a virus that acts indiscriminately. It's
Hmm.
more intentional than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's very that's what I'm saying, but I think I thought of just the mechanics of how Fallen worked, you know what I mean, in terms of like the demon being able to jump from person to person. I think that's kind of what it was. But then there's also a thing like we're going to talk about later on where there's a birthing process as it were for
hmm
the demon like as a conduit. So it's like there's a very interesting there's a lot of different mechanics being at play here. It's so interesting.
it is a lot. It's a lot to keep in mind and deal with.
Yeah. So while Pedro and Jimmy are sitting at home, contemplating what's to come, we see the shadow of the wall-mounted deer head extend towards the ceiling before Maria's other son appears at their doorstep. He tells them that his mother went missing, and that's when oh, sorry, that's when he went to Ruiz's house. I'm sorry, I mistyped that. We he found both of them and his wife dead. He pleads with them to stay there for the night, which Pedro allows, but not before he has Jimmy take his gun. Before he leaves, the boy tells them that they should not use electrical lights because its shadows call in the evil, as he puts it.
Mhm.
Very interesting way of phrasing that. I love how they said that. The brothers plan to abandon the house and all of their belongings. Pedro says that they're going to town to pick up his kids, and then they leave.
Yeah, they kind of it seems like anything around it becomes infected. Like again, like it helps to think of it like a virus, like
Yeah.
germs, like a like stench that's on this like radius of where he was.
Hmm.
And now anything they take from the house would
Mhm.
also have that on them.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
they're
Like.
like, we can't take absolutely anything. But
Mhm.
when the body fell out of the truck, there was like a slime covered bullet because when they found him at
Oh
his mother's
yeah.
house, there was this revolver
Yeah.
that the other son
He
was looking
like
at.
left all the bullets on the table.
Yeah, and there so when they are inspecting the bed of the truck, there's like a pus covered bullet laying there. And we
Mm,
see during the scene where they're both like drinking and just ruminating separately that Jimmy has the bullet.
that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
So I do think a lot of the things that happen are because Jimmy's carrying that bullet for the rest of the movie.
Oh, interesting. That's really interesting. I didn't even consider that. You're totally right.
I
You're
was
Yeah,
totally right. Yeah.
thinking, I was thinking that since they ended up carrying the Dr. Pimple Popper patient out of the house, uh, and the pus stayed on the truck, that's kind of like how I thought that it was kind of transmitted to them, but also just them being involved and sticking their nose into it. Because in the beginning, like, yeah, I was a little bit confused. I was convinced that it's like, oh, it's a virus. There's like multiple things going out all at once, but then you find out that it's like Chad was saying, more intentional. It's more of like a direct line, and that made me a little confused on the world building as well. If that's the case and it's a direct line and intentional, then why does everybody know about it? Why are there protocols for it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, why is everybody terrified of a rotten if this thing is only just affecting little families at a time?
Yeah.
yeah. And I do think eventually that becomes full circle, but because we're seeing like such a limited scope,
Very small
for
scope.
so
Yeah.
long we're just like aching for like more information of like what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck really is like happening
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, when they
Um,
said a rotten, I thought like, oh, zombie. Okay,
mhm.
I watch Walking Dead. This is reminding me a lot of when we first meet Herschel and Maggie at the
Yeah.
farmhouse and all of that.
100%. Yep.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, zombie. Deal. There's like
Hmm.
an infected person somewhere. Oh, he infected with something else. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly. He got
So
that
then,
dog in him.
Yeah.
so then, hellhound, if you will. So now I'm kind of wondering, is this an apocalyptic thing, like an end of the world thing? Are there more demons out there doing demonic shit? This is just a story in that world.
Yeah, exactly. It does, and then obviously the ending is going to lend itself to widening that scope potentially in the next film if he does a follow up to this one, which I wouldn't mind seeing. I would be very curious to see another one of these.
Yeah, the
I
thoughts
I
were
think I
definitely spiraling. I watched it very high.
I'd say, dog.
I I think a good way to think about like what's going on in this movie is that there are some lines where you will like 100% get possessed, but there are also some things that just allow it to start like fucking with you and manipulating you.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like now that they've interacted with it, the possibility exists for anyone and anything they interact with to become possessed. But it's like they tell us about all these rules and everything eventually, but it's sort of like how it's so arbitrary,
That
and
one,
we and
yeah.
we
Yeah.
and we
Yeah, yeah,
come
yeah.
and we come to find that that is like on purpose. It's not like a fault in the writing. It just is
Yeah, for
the
sure.
limited way that we're like understanding this world.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
So
it kind of makes more sense now. Sorry for interrupting. It kind
no
of
good
makes more sense now that we're following families that have like little farms and live like separate
on the
from each other
outskirts.
because
Yeah,
they ain't trying to be arbitraried, you know?
exactly.
I think
Exactly.
I think Walking Dead actually ends up being a really good parallel to draw because it's similar to how we eventually find out that like the being bitten doesn't infect you. You were already infected. Just
Yeah.
dying is what
Yeah.
makes you become a zombie. Like you it's inevitable in Walking Dead. We
Yeah,
like
exactly. It's
come to find
airborne.
eventually. So I
Hmm.
think it's kind of like that where it's like they have that like latency in them, but it
Yeah.
like hasn't actually turned into them fully being possessed, but at the
Mhm.
same time, there's this almost like Cthulhu like fucking don't make good decisions beam being shot,
Yeah,
the entire
that's good.
time.
That's a great way of putting that. Absolutely. So, Jimmy drops Pedro off at his family's house and leaves with the truck. A man named Leonardo, the stepdad to his. So, okay, I mistyped it here, but Leonardo is his ex's current husband,
Yeah,
I believe.
and we
So the
there
stepdad to his children.
there are two sons that are his, and then a daughter that is Leo's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I was typing faster than like I had context, so I messed that one up. But anyway, he answers the door asking what he wants. He barges his way in and tells him he needs to wake up Sabrina and the kids, pack some clothes, and prepare to leave. He starts undressing and asks Leonardo to bring him a change of clothes as well. Sabrina walks in holding their child and asks what the fuck when she sees him standing in the living room naked. He tells
Yeah.
her he needs some clothes. He tells her he needs some clothes. When we then see Pedro lighting old clothes on on fire in front of the house. She tells him that he's violating a restraining order by being there. Their son Santino runs out and happily greets his father when he sees him. He tells the boy to go pack a bag with toys and clothes because they're leaving. Sabrina is screaming at him to leave, saying that he left them for 4 years without a word or money, and that she regrets letting him see the kids because he's just ruining all of their lives. While they're arguing in the kitchen, we see Vicky playing with their dog Rocky, when all of a sudden Rocky
Well,
snatches Vicky.
but previously to that, we did
Hmm.
see Rocky with his face all up in the clothes that were being
Oh yeah,
discarded.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's
So he was
sniffing.
like sniffing
He's sniffing at
the possession
yes.
germs off of the
Yeah.
fucking clothes, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That was an ugly ass dog too. Also, I think his
Yeah.
name is Roger.
Is it Roger?
I don't know. It's a
His
R word and it's a safe
No.
word that we could say.
excuse me, I'm pretty sure his name is Roger.
Roger?
Sorry, my bad.
I put Rocky because I think I saw that in the subtitles.
Look, I'll be
Uh,
honest, I didn't catch it either way, so I
Either
got no
He's a
way,
dog in
goodest
this
boy.
fight.
he's the
But
goodest boy.
but yeah,
But
he
some
was
not so good boy things.
this guard dog sees all of this transpiring, right? Sees all this transpiring. He's just like, okay, naked man, we're screaming, we're yelling, we're just gonna let this happen. Ooh, clothes. Like I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, yeah.
that didn't make much sense to me. I did like the little boy Santino. He was like, I'm going on holiday.
Yeah, he's
And
real
then
snobby about it.
his dad was like, no, we're all going, and he's just like, okay,
It's like, rude.
yeah. Who invited the women?
Yeah, and it sucks because the movie tricks you into being misogynistic here as well because
Oh, I
you're
wasn't tricked.
well, I mean,
God damn
We're just misogynistic.
it's only those of us that are susceptible. See, it's like I'm saying, like we have the disease in us.
If
So
we're born with it, and then we just succumb to it. You
Yeah,
hear
exactly.
that, Joey?
unlike other things, it's a choice.
But
Is it?
but just how like you're kind of conditioned, especially when you know that the protagonist is like not lying about something like this, you're
Yeah, yeah,
conditioned to
yeah,
kind of be like, oh my God, shut up and get in the car with him. Have this
yeah,
argument while you're driving. Like Jesus
Mhm.
fucking Christ.
yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
It's interesting how many times this film kind of sets you up to do that,
Mhm.
and I do think that is intentional
Yeah.
in what they're trying to get across here.
So all of a sudden, Rocky snatches Vicky by the neck and ragdolls her around the room while Santino watches in horror.
So
It's
bad. This is when I was like, so
fucking
it is
so,
unrated.
yeah, dude, yeah, it's
Mm.
so violent though. Like he grabs her and then it just like he runs behind the table with her and starts fucking hitting her around like the table.
He
I
And
think
used
Santino's
he grabbed
watching.
her face.
he
Yeah, yeah.
first grabs her by the face, but then when he has her under the
Dragged her.
He
table,
has her
he's
by the
holding
neck.
her by the back of the
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah.
That was
He straight
wild.
up he straight mauls
Not
her face
wild.
to begin with. Yeah.
Mhm.
The act out that
Yeah.
you just did, I don't know if the
And that was
camera
like
picked
my
it up.
favorite part. That was my favorite part. This fool, he like grabs her and just ragdolls her. This tiny child. I was like, I
Yeah.
understand it. Where's the birth control? And
Cause
then,
for real.
but then he comes out and he's like, I got a new toy. And then like
Yeah,
he takes
dude.
off. That was,
Takes off
Oh
out the
God.
freaking door. It's
but like,
so
how
crazy.
did the parents like? They're in the next room. I get it that they're screaming, but they don't react to
Yeah.
the dog being violent and like
He
Well,
growling.
Santino doesn't
The
even
kids are
react.
screaming.
he
Well,
killed
Santino is like in shock.
He's
His
like,
eyeballs went from like this to this real quick. He was
he's
like, "This is going to be expensive in therapy."
he
yeah,
just killed her so fast that she didn't make a sound. He just
yeah, yeah.
bit her by the face and then just grabbed her by the neck and started shaking her,
Ugh.
probably broke her neck like immediately.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she just like the shock of being bit like that, like even having like a low level like
A
injury as a
whimper.
kid, you get smacked by something and you go like, "Oh, oh, oh my God, I got smacked." And
Yeah,
then they start screaming. Like it takes them a second to
yeah,
like process like, "Oh, holy shit, like this thing just happened." And even as an adult, like when shock sets in, it takes you a moment. So I think she just didn't have the opportunity to scream.
yeah,
She just
yeah.
got
Poor
taken out
thing.
so
I know.
quickly
Jesus Christ.
and is
I
so
think
little.
I think initially that because that scene is what got ruined for me or
Yeah,
spoiled.
that's usually the
And I
scene that
think she
everybody
does.
leads with.
I think she does scream at the very beginning when the dog like turns and he's
She
like, "Oh,
like
hello."
there's like a small whimper, yeah, like it's
But
really quick, but it's
also
not like it's
it's
drowned out
also
by the screams.
it's also kind of a realistic thing for a kid to start screaming when all the adults are screaming at each other and they're already kind of just going like shut up
Yep,
without looking
yep,
at them. So
exactly.
I mean, yeah, it just goes
It that
they're just
scene
negligent.
plays it plays on so many different fears though. I love that scene in particular because of how over the top it is. Because again, it does play on that fear of like, animal owners and baby, have baby havers, if you will.
Baby owners. That's my
Baby
pet human,
exactly. But
the
like
boy.
people
Technically.
with kids and who own animals, I know have, like they're, obviously this doesn't come from like nowhere. This type of shit has happened. It's fucked up when it does. But it's like it plays on that fear, it plays on the fear of like, yeah, kids feeling neglected. And then it also plays on like just the shit of something happening to your kid right in front of you that you had no control over or like
Hmm.
ability to stop. It's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible fucking scene. And this is the scene that generally, that's what I was saying, this is the one that people lead with in the conversation. They're like, yeah, dude, that dog scene is fucking crazy. Like,
So
you know
maybe
what
It
think
is
about that next time you're gonna have premarital
children.
sex.
I
And with that, take your birth control.
mean? Say, are we going to a Trojan ad?
Well, we
Look, I'm
just
not
had
going to tell you how
Valentine's
I
Day.
know, but I
Exactly.
really suggest IUDs. Let me just put that out there.
Uh-huh. We
Don't
we
mistake it with an IED.
God damn it, Chad.
as of
Uh,
recording, we just celebrated Valentine's Day, day
exactly.
of making baby Scorpios. Here's your reminder, take your plan B.
God damn it. What if we were too late?
Fuck.
Well, there's always Plan C.
Well,
That's what I'm going to
yeah,
start calling abortions. Plan
I was
C.
I was literally gonna say that dog was late term abortion right there. He's
Yeah,
like, don't worry, I got it.
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, Jesus Christ. The adults are so
The
loud.
dog is Plan D.
God damn it. That was. Oh, God damn.
Plan D for
Excellent,
dog.
excellent fucking work. That was amazing.
Yeah, but the D
Ooh.
is how we got here. So
God damn it. God damn it, both of you. The
he's
adults are
trying
so
so
loud.
hard to move on.
The adults are
Don't let
so
him.
loud.
Don't
They
let
don't
him.
even hear anything.
So what else happened? There were chairs
Fuck
around
you.
the table.
Fuck you.
And then
So,
Santino was like, Roger's biting Vicky. And they're like,
yeah.
huh? And then they
So,
just casually walk over.
yeah. So,
You were saying, Joey.
Santino screams out to Leo. When he looks under the dining room table, Rocky leaps out, holding Vicky in his mouth. He runs off with her, so Pedro and Leo attempt to chase him down. Pedro turns back to gather the kids.
I gotta say, one of the central theses of this film is like it's actually really easy to carry kids. Like they weigh nothing. Like
The
that's
dog.
the that's a central conceit of this film.
That's so funny. Oh man, so he runs inside the house to get them ready, trying to calm Santino down as he goes upstairs to his son Hayeda's room. Hayed is developmentally disabled, so Pedro is having a tough time getting him to calm down and out of bed. Leo comes back in crying, rummaging through cabinets looking for ammo as he tosses a rifle over his shoulder. Pedro is pleading with him not to use bullets. It's unsafe for everyone, but he doesn't listen as he peels off in his truck. I mean, it's pretty understandable, man. He's out for blood. So Pedro runs down the street to hail down the police, who prove to be as useless as you'd imagine. He tells them his ex's dog took her daughter, and one of the officers instead tells him that he's not supposed to be this close to her house. He
And
tells them not to
it's the
shoot the
same
dog.
cop that they were talking to before.
Oh, was it? That's so funny. I didn't even catch that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so he tells them that not to shoot the dog as he turns to leave. He finds Leo standing over the dog, pointing his rifle at it.
And he asked him a poignant question. What's the dog doing?
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? He
Wouldn't
turns.
suggest it.
So he turns away and runs back to the house as Leo old yellers poor Rocky. I put the that's a stupid fucking line. Anyway, Pedro arrives back at the house. He sees Sabrina consoling Vicky, who appears to be completely unharmed, even smiling. Santino is telling him that Vicky is okay, but he quickly grabs him away and starts trying to find the keys to Sabrina's car.
So this is both the things they said. First, it makes
The
the animals
humans
go
are the
crazy,
animals, and then the dead.
then it makes the dead go crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
And so as soon as you see her, you're like, zombie daughter.
Yeah, exactly. So
I have
hey,
a question.
yeah.
Hold on. Chad, you watched it today, right?
Yeah.
Was Sabrina carrying a baby when Pedro first shows up? Because
When
she was like, "You woke up somebody."
She's holding Vicky.
she's holding Vicky.
Vicky? Okay, I thought she
Yeah,
was holding like a whole ass
she's
baby.
holding Vicky, and then Vicky's the first kid that he interacts with, and then it takes a minute. But when the dog takes Vicky, it's really immediately apparent that Leo is more distressed than he is, which kind of just speaks to like kind of what a piece of shit he is, which we like
Exactly.
come to discover more and more. But he even like runs, and then he kind of just goes. Ah, well, I can't catch the dog
Yeah,
now, and like
exactly. He like
turns back
turns back.
around.
Yeah.
So I kind of clocked immediately. I was like, I don't think that one's his.
Yeah.
It's the other
Exactly.
two.
Yeah. So Hayir points him in the right direction of the car keys, and he tells them they're going to get ice cream,
Yeah, he said if you want apple ice cream, like
apple
let
ice
me
cream,
know
which
where it
sounds
is.
interesting, dog. I'm like, I'll be down.
It's very interesting. It's like a very Latino, like Central Southern America thing, but like apple soda and apple ice cream are
I love
like
me some Manzanita Soul. Yeah, like
very.
absolutely.
I've never tried it. I
Oh,
like
it's so
apples.
good.
I
It's
do
so
like
good.
apples a lot. I mean, who
I
doesn't,
love it. Yeah,
honestly? But it
I
just
like
seems
apple cider
strange.
generally.
It just
But
seems strange to be a soda, like, you know?
as
Hmm.
the soda I can wrap my head around because I've loved it since I was a kid. But it's like the ice cream part. I was like, I've never had that.
That
I
seems weird
really
to me
fucking
too,
want
just
it.
because
Yeah.
I'm not like didn't
Hmm. I
grow
was
up
like,
with
is
it.
it a
But
paleta or is
That's
it
what I was
con
saying.
grana? Like,
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking more paleta of like consistency and like that like
mhm.
shape of it, but I don't know, man. Now I gotta like hunt that shit down.
Now we have to go to what's that place called?
Baskin
Oh,
Robbins.
nope. The other one,
Mercadito?
nope. The other one
uh,
starts with a
Corto.
no. Shh, hold on. I'm trying to reach into my inner Brown and pull it out. Oh, oh my God. I know future me is already yelling at current me, being like, it La Michoacana.
There you
Oh
go.
God.
Michoacana. Oh, you're totally right. Yeah, I bet they have. Oh, you're totally right. I have like four Michoacanas right around me. You're totally right.
You're grounded. You didn't help me
Absolutely.
out.
Thank.
Future me is now yelling at
I
you
didn't know.
too.
So outside, Vicky leans into Sabrina's ear and tells her daddy is going to kill her.
Oh,
Then giggles to herself.
She
that sounds
says,
like a BDSM line.
she
Like,
says,
I knew
okay.
you of all people was gonna say some shit.
she tells him he's gonna come back with the car, and then boom.
Yeah, boom, boom. I was like, damn, that's fucked, dude. So, Pedro drives off and locks eyes with Sabrina for a second just before Leo comes hauling ass down the street and slams her into the wall of the house. He slowly lifts his head up and sees Vicky gleefully jumping around. She's fucking invincible because she was holding her. I was like, how the fuck did you not get like sandwiched there too? That's crazy.
That's true. That is true. I
Yeah,
didn't. I
she's like
didn't think
holding
about
her.
that.
She's like has her on the ground and everything. I was like, what the fuck?
I guess she just got
Like,
resurrected again.
yeah, right. Insta resurrects. So Pedro drives to pick up Jimmy and their mother, who is excited to see her grandkids, but is confused as to how Pedro convinced Sabrina to not only let him see them, but to also allow him to drive her car. Then they tell her what's going on, but she doesn't seem to believe them, asking if they're sure about what they saw. When Santino asks what a possessed one is, she tells him, "Don't you know? There's a very famous song about it. They get into your body, they infect your mind, they take the most valuable thing in your life. Your body is no longer your body." Some fucking wild ass lyrics for a child nursery rhyme, dog.
Hard.
It's
And
like bars, bro.
it's crazy
Mm.
that she's just citing the pro-life agenda.
That's so good. So then she goes on to list the rules for protecting yourself from a possessed one. One, don't use electric lights. Two,
Don't
don't
talk
stay
about Fight Club.
don't that's good.
3, understand that a gay man wrote this about how bad all of this is. It's not about how
Exactly.
cool it is.
4, Plan D.
God damn it. So two, don't stay close to animals. Three, don't take anything that was close to them.
Don't get them wet.
Yeah, exactly. God
Don't
damn
feed them
it.
after
God damn it,
midnight.
you two fucking don't hurt them. Never call for the evil by its name. Six, don't shoot them with firearms. And when Santino tells her that she's only named six rules, Jimmy says that should also be a rule. Never forget the rules.
Hmm.
So we never hear the seventh
Don't
until
use
later.
water arms either.
Exactly. So they stop at a gas station in the middle of nowhere and realize that they don't have enough money to get any ice cream or food for that matter. As they're arguing about going back home, their mother gets a call from Sabrina's phone. Pedro answers it, and we hear Sabrina's voice berating him, telling him that his kids don't want to see him, let alone live with him. That he's worthless because he gave her a broken child, which is why she cheated on him. She tells him she knows where he is and that she's coming to get
And
them.
and specifically, she says why she fucked everyone.
Yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
doesn't say why she just fucked Leo, so more on that
Mm,
later.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
also that their autistic son needs his medication.
Oh, that's right. I did forget to include that. Yes, you're right.
And they were also trying to like pack a bag, and they were like before they left the house, they were trying to pack a bag, and Pedro tells Santino like, "Go get his bag with
Yeah,
his
and he
stuff."
says he doesn't
And
have one.
yeah,
Yeah.
so they've left without stuff for him.
Oh, prior to this, you're saying.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good point. So Jimmy asks him what happened, and he tells him that he watched Sabrina die. He says that he's a coward for bringing the evil to his family, and that they should have left immediately instead of going back for everyone. Jimmy tells him to collect himself, and then he knows a woman who lives nearby who might be able to help them. He says that she's lived through something similar before. They arrive at Mirta's house. She tells them she doesn't use electricity and has space for everyone to stay as long as they'd like, but but Pedro politely refuses. Jimmy and the others initially convince him, or finally convince him to stay because she has money to help them, but it won't be available until Monday when the bank opens. It's
Uh,
so funny that there's some shit that like is like that included in this like end times thing, you know? It's so
It
the banality of it all is so funny.
I'm just realizing that like most movies like this are people trying to get out of the city to like a rural place, but this is the opposite.
They're trying to get to the
For
city.
some reason he wants to go to the city. He thinks that's better for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't really understand his logic for that one either. I was like very confused. So while Mita and Jimmy are alone, she comments that Haida looks like a possessed one. He tells her that he's just autistic and asks about what it was like seeing a possessed one in person. She asks that if they saw that, he reveals oh, she asks if that's what they saw, and he reveals that he's unsure if it was a possessed one or if it's Pedro's imagination getting the best of him. She tells him that he would be sure if he saw one, babies who don't cry, shadows moving on their own, animals doing things they'll never do, etc. Is that the brother who plugged the heater outtake? She asks. He
And
says that was a lie his wife told to keep the children. He suffered a lot. People in town
and
are bored and like talking shit. After all, it's free.
and when he was which is like, yeah, okay. But when he went to get Jair, he turned and looked directly at the heater
I didn't understand that.
because he did try to kill his autistic son
Oh,
by
okay,
lighting
okay.
him
I
on
see.
fire.
I see. Okay, plugged. Okay, that's what he was trying to do. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I didn't understand
Yeah,
the connection
he
there.
felt such guilt and felt like he was such a failure of a man, like maybe already, but
Yeah,
then especially for having like giving birth to an autistic son.
yeah.
And so he tried to kill him. And
Jesus
that's
Christ,
the
dude.
reason that him and Sabrina aren't together. That's the reason he
God
hasn't talked
damn,
to
really?
them in 4 years. That's why she has a restraining order against him
Oh
because
man.
he tried to kill his son.
Yeah, see, and it's so like that's all conveyed in literally two shots.
But
It's
yes,
fucking insane.
but now that you like know that, the fact that we as viewers are so primed to be like, "Oh my God, just shut up and get in the car already."
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, the
Is
dude who
very
tried to kill
warranted.
your son just showed up. Like, of
Exactly.
course you're and they live in a world where these possessions happen, but the
Hmm.
mom says and Myrta says that like it's not as common that many people claim they see these things but they don't
Exactly.
actually see it.
Yeah.
So you can now with that added context you can see how she would be like, get the fuck out of here, you're just saying this to try and get your kids, like leave, get a
Hmm.
go.
Yeah, 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 exactly. It's so yeah, exactly. It's so fucking layered and like quickly given to the viewers. It's so fast. That's why I didn't catch that. I didn't catch the like I knew he looked at the heater and I was like,
If it weren't for
why did he
that, I
do
would
that?
be willing to believe that Sabrina just was, you know,
Mhm.
it's complicated because
Hmm.
shitty men love to say that like all women lie and that they like create these situations so that
Yeah.
they can be the victim and all these ridiculous things like, she did all this and made me hit her so that now she can
Yeah.
have the
Ugh.
kids and all this stuff. Like, yeah, great. I'm sure she loved being punched in the face.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
exactly.
totally fucking right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are some people that are crazy and delusional enough that they do
Hmm.
lie about those things,
Yeah.
but it becomes so hard to like believe a man saying that a woman is lying about abuse because so many men do abuse.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
this like very complicated layered thing. I'm way more inclined to believe it when a woman says that this thing is happening, even though
Exactly.
1 millionth of a percent of a time it's a lie.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Amber Heard.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Ow.
It does happen
Yeah.
sometimes where it is a
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
So if but again, because we're so taught to like believe the protagonist in movies, if he hadn't looked at the heater, I would have been willing to go, Oh yeah, I guess it was a
He
lie
has
that she told.
reasonable. There's room for reasonably
Yeah.
getting him off the hook. Yeah, for sure,
But
hundred
because we
percent.
have the evidence of him walking in and immediately going, there's the thing I tried to use as a murder weapon. Anyway, let me pick you up.
Crazy. Yeah,
You you
yeah, I
know.
did not even like. That's the thing, man. Like Spanish cinema is so fucking fascinating. Like the way that they convey different things with like we talked about, like the coffee table. Like that movie is insane with the foreshadowing that's going on and everything that's like being shown, not told to you. You know, it's like it's so prominent in this film too. But like everything is happening at fucking breakneck speed, so you're just trying to catch up to the next thing. You know, it's such an interesting movie, but like it's paced so excellently. I don't think this movie overstays its welcome at any point. Like none of it is boring. All of it is used effectively. The runtime is like so well done. I think it was perfect.
It's it
It's not very exposition heavy
Yeah.
either. It doesn't waste time being like, oh, let me tell you the backstory. No, we're just
I
gonna
bet you're
imply
wondering
things.
how we got here.
yeah, like a lot of what I'm saying, I had to just like pause the movie and like really like think about and talk about, and
Yeah,
we had to just
yeah.
keep going like, so what
You
is
have to
happening
digest it.
here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's all these are just educated guesses.
Oh yeah,
You know, that's
100%.
that's
Yeah.
like the best you can do here, but that's also what they're dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. And everyone also like I like the aspect of it too where people have their own interpretations of it. And so you're kind of hearing like a number of things that from different sources that kind of line up with the same thing, but you're kind of like also saying that some people might have an interpretation that someone's crazy for saying that, or you know what I mean, or like this person saw it another way. It's very interesting how like they use people's perspectives on the like actual thing that's happening to kind of play with the viewer. You know what I mean? In terms of like, is it real? Or are they out to get you? Or are you just crazy? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that
very fun.
the unreliable narrator of it
Yeah,
all. But
it's very cool.
as we keep like spiraling here, it just seems like a big like recurring motif, and it seems like this is the way that this thing wants to affect them is that no one is able to make rational decisions. They're just continually making emotional decisions
Hmm.
over and over because they're
Yeah.
so pent up. And I think it's very like there's a difference between stupid characters and characters that are in like highly traumatic situations that are actually reacting realistically.
Hmm.
Having someone be like, "Oh, I'm a ninja and I'll backflip through all of this shit and fucking like I totally understand the situation immediately." People think that's realistic writing. It's the complete opposite, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hence
Exactly.
your comparison to Uncut Gems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Hundred
Yeah.
percent. 100%.
Yeah, that like you feel so stressed out watching this movie. Imagine what they fucking feel.
Yeah.
You know?
Joey made me watch that movie in IMAX.
Oh
Yep.
my
Oh, I
God.
forgot that we did that. That's right. I was so
Mm-hmm.
high. Oh my
That
god.
movie is
Yeah.
like
Lucky.
having an anxiety attack.
It is. It's a two
Yes.
hour anxiety attack. That's literally what I tell
Mm-hmm.
everybody to go like to go watch it, but just
Oh, but it's a
know.
really good bad time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, a
Him
good
and
time also is a really good one, by the way. Also,
him and Jerry were both like, "You are going to be stressed out watching this,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's a
straight
good
up.
movie." And I was like, "Okay, sure." Like within the first 30 minutes, I was like, "Can we
Yeah,
leave? How much more? It's almost done,
pacing
right?"
on the fucking front of the theater. Yeah,
She's just
100%.
on the phone, like, no, I need a 7.5 vig on a $20,000. I'm gonna go down the street. I'm gonna get a 6.5 vig. I don't know what a vig is, but I was very
Exactly.
stressed out about the rate he was getting on it.
Mhm.
So funny. I can't fucking you got me with those. So funny. Anyway.
They say the word vig like 7,000 times and within like six conversations that are 45 seconds long each. But in those 45 seconds, like thousands of words are
Yeah, it's
spoken.
like I was enraptured. So
Oh, shit.
later on, the brothers have a conversation off to the side, and it's revealed that Jimmy and Mirta used to be romantically involved with each other. But Jimmy
Hmm.
assures him that that was a long time ago and things are different now. In the middle of the night, while everyone but Haida is sleeping, we see a figure emerge from the shadows and walk up to the car, placing a bloody hand on the window before moving on. Santino and his grandma are asleep in bed when the figure wakes up a drugged
And I
grandma.
think it's worth mentioning. Santino's bear has electronic and is projecting light out
Oh
into the
yeah,
room.
the little like
Mm.
Care Bear looking thing. Yeah.
Hmm. So she goes directly to the room using electronic lights.
Oh, that's good.
But
God damn, I didn't even fucking catch that.
it's also a thing that they brought from the
Yes,
house.
so it's
Oh
doubly
yeah,
fucked.
yeah.
So it's like all these. That's why I kind of think
Wow.
what it is like you're like the base level person has like a 0% like chance of infection, but then as you do all these things, it's like making it more and more likely that these things are going to happen around
Yeah,
you, and it just
yeah,
keeps getting worse and worse. He has the bullet with them from the original site, and then now they have the bear with them from the place that they went to next. And now, like, Sabrina says, I can find you. You have no idea what I'm
yeah,
capable
yeah,
of. And is that because it's like homing in with the bullet, or is it homing in on the fact that the electric light is being used? Like, it's just so up in the
yeah,
air. And I feel like that's like real life, where, like I told Amanda, it's like COVID, where at the beginning of COVID, it would be really easy for you to go, I haven't gone anywhere in 9 months. And then I went to one place and I got sick. So it must have been that place that I went.
yeah,
Now we're years and years down the line. So when you get sick, even if you've been around someone who's coughing, like you can't 100% say it's that person because how many hundreds, I live in the Bay, you guys live in LA. How many
mhm.
hundreds, if not thousands of people do we walk past slash interact with in a given day, and how many hundreds if not thousands of people do each of them and then each of them and then each of them. So it's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
there's so
Hmm.
many factors. There's no like going, oh, it's exactly this is what
yeah,
happened to
exactly.
them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is a good. You're right too. Like COVID definitely comes into the conversation here because I mean this is definitely a post-COVID film. Like
Hmm.
definitely a post-COVID film. Like it's all of those things, and I think that's what I'm saying. Like if they used the virus thing so effectively. You know what I mean? Whereas like so many movies that were coming out of that, like out of like 2021, 22, were really like on the nose and really like
Hmm.
just kind of ham fisting the thing into there that it's like, yeah, we were all afraid about it, right? You know, it's like,
Hey,
but
in
this
this
is you.
movie, they're gonna wear masks.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, like I'm just like, okay, like yes, we all lived through it. We were all terrified. I get it, but like, let's kind of collectively move on. And then I think this uses that. That's what I'm saying, and uses that trope effectively, and uses it as part of not just it's the main horror, but it's part of a bigger horror that's going on. You know, I think that was really cool to do that.
Yeah, and it kind of seems like what's happening is like everywhere else is so fucked and the only place that's left are these rural places and they're under the impression that they're like escaping from the evil into safety, but they're escaping from the evil into places where the evil
It's
already
already gonna
is.
be, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's like the circle's already closing on them. It's not
Yeah,
that they're
yeah,
getting out of the web of all of this.
exactly. Yeah.
And I
So,
feel like the movie Smile is very similar,
oh,
where
that's
it's
so
like
funny you
a
bring that up. Yeah.
transmission transmission based as well. But
Hmm.
that one was less
It's through trauma,
arbitrary, I
right?
want to say.
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. So you just have to like see trauma and then it starts haunting you. It's kind of like It Follows. Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
STD ghost
Yes. Yeah.
demon.
Which are all good. That's what I'm saying. I think it's an effective trope when you use it effective because those are all great movies, like all
Hmm.
fantastic films. But like those were different, you know what I mean? And like It Follows was obviously way before, but like I'm just saying, you could look at that movie as, you know, also another part of the infection conversation. But yeah, I thank you for bringing up the COVID. I was wondering where we were going to bring up the COVID of it all in this episode, but there it is. So the grandma recognizes that it's Sabrina holding Santino, so she says she's glad to see her and kind of like moves over in bed. The camera cuts to reveal a mangled face as she tells the grandma that she's going to take her children to a place where no one can hurt them. Jimmy wakes Pedro in a hurry
And
and tells
immediately I was like, well, there's really only one place.
yeah, exactly. They're going to perma sleep.
Yeah, I was like, there's really only one place where no one can hurt you.
Late term abortion.
Yeah, and there's a
Literally gonna say that.
when, and I hate to tell you guys, Plan E.
Plan. I was gonna say Plan E.
Plan E.
I think we're all drinking the same Kool-Aid right now.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that Kool-Aid is
Is
spiked.
with Plan F.
Yeah.
So Jimmy wakes Pedro in a hurry and tells him that something is going on. Their mother is frantically telling Pedro that someone is in the room with Santino. She thought it was Sabrina, but she was scared and unsure. When Pedro goes to check for himself, we see Sabrina holding Santino in her arms, saying the same thing about taking the children away. She jumps from the window and disappears. Pedro runs out of the house to search for them, but there's no trace. She checks on Jair and sees that he's still in the car. He checks on Jair and sees that he's still in the car, so he tells Jimmy to get a flashlight and help him look for Santino. Mirta slowly approaches the car and tells Jimmy that Jair is possessed. When he tells her that he's not, she says that to look closely at his hands and feet. She says that she's seen this before in autistic people, that the demon enters their body but can't figure out their brain, so they get stuck in a sort of limbo.
Same.
And
She says that they need to get back to the house immediately.
I think I think that they've successfully avoided the autism is a superpower
Yes,
thing.
exactly.
But also in a way, I mean, to me, it kind of feels respectful to be like, well, it's not that he's stupid. His brain is complicated.
Yes,
His thought process is more complex than the
exactly.
average person.
Exactly.
So it's not like the reason it can take animals so quickly and easily with like such a small barrier of entry is compared to our level of thought. Like
Baseline instincts.
it's
It's
so
literally just
simple.
fucking yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
so simple, so it's so easy to take. So because an autistic person or a developmentally disabled person, their thoughts and their brain waves are unique by
Mm-hmm.
comparison,
Mm-hmm.
potentially more complex. He might be nonverbal, but that doesn't mean that his thoughts aren't, complex and
Exactly.
meaningful.
Yeah.
So it gets stuck like trying to figure out, which way is up, sort
Mm-hmm.
of. Not
Why
not
it's so obsessed with dinosaurs and trains.
yeah, yeah, not expecting like to be in that situation. And we see that his wrists are like broken. They're like
Yeah.
they're like blue.
They're facing other different directions too. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the demon made him lock the doors to the car because
Yeah.
he had to like bust the window open.
Yeah.
But I think we're far enough along in the movie, and it's happened enough times that I can point out like how misogynistic both of them are, and that anytime a woman is talking, they're just like, "Yeah, shut up."
Oh
Like
yeah,
finish so I can
100%. You
so I
literally
can get to the smart man thing. Okay?
so
Like,
stupid.
yes, I'm an expert in possession, and you came to me because of that. Yes, he's
Yeah.
possessed. Oh my, shut
It's
up. You don't know about autism, okay?
it's
Literally.
Like,
literally the zombie apocalypse dream, but in real life.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry I died in your zombie apocalypse dream because I didn't listen to you.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's
I would love you if you were still a worm.
Thank you. Tell your boy.
you,
So funny.
you gotta I work with a lot of women. I work at a bank. It's funny how many women they hire at the bank.
I'm so sorry.
No, they're all really cool, but a lot of them are like 10
God
years
damn it.
younger than me, and it's just funny being at the age where you have coworkers that are that much younger than you. I'm old. Um, but a lot of them are Latina. And one day, one of them said, "What's that movie with like the shipwreck with Tom Hanks?" And I was like, "Oh,
Castaway.
you're talking about Castaway." And she goes, "No, I said the movie with the shipwreck. It's shipwreck, like playfully."
God damn.
She was just fucking around.
I was like, God
And then I was like, "Hey, I'm not correcting you. I'm not saying
damn.
anything you said was wrong. I'm only offering more information." And she went, "Now that's a guy who's been with a Latina for years because he knew
That's
how to de-escalate. He knew exactly."
She was ready to backhand you, is what it
that's
was.
so
Don't
good.
mansplain.
Yeah, I was like, not mansplaining, not saying you're wrong, simply offering some more information into the conversation. You were referencing the correct movie you thought you were.
How many times have you been hit? She's not in the room. Or is she?
No, no, no.
Amanda!
No.
No, no, no.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I work
Anyway.
I work at Hot Topic. One of my youngest coworkers is 17. And the second he starts getting snippy with me, I'm like, "Sir, I am old enough to be your mother. You are grounded. Give me your phone."
That's fucking hilarious. But yeah,
So,
these guys don't know how to de-escalate. They only know how to make it worse.
yeah, 100%.
They're just like, "Shut up. It's called Castaway."
There's always that fight to be right. It's like, you don't have to be right. It's okay.
Oh, that's so
Hmm.
fucking good. So, once back inside, she pulls out a large case of magic tools and explains that there are people whose thoughts the demons are unable to control, and that the seventh rule is actually don't be afraid of dying. She says that the only reason Sabrina was there was because Pedro was afraid that she would take the children.
And I thought this was pretty cool because he actually
Yeah.
quoted Sage Francis here. He said, "I'm not afraid of dying. Pieces of me die all the time."
Tired. That's good.
Phonetically.
Yes.
Exactly. So, evil knows more about your fears than you do. She says that they need to find and kill the possessed one in order to prevent the demon from being born in what she refers to as the birthing process. Jimmy says that they know where the rotten is, somewhere on the outskirts of town. So that's like the introducing that concept of like this is it's also feeding on your worst fears and like knows how to find you through your fears.
It like I said, it's kind of like omniscient and it's kind of
Hmm.
like it's not a even though they've broken a lot of these rules,
Yeah.
it's really only like shooting them or being killed by them that seems to like 100% you become like another possessed evil person. Um so it seems like it's extra arbitrary in that this like entity chooses when or when not to enforce the rules. Like it seems that it's decided
Yeah, yeah.
that it's more fun, like in kind of a long legsy
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
It's decided it's more fun to just watch Pedro freak out while his family dies around him than it would be to just possess him. Even though he's already broken rules and like it has the clearance to do
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
it would just be more fun to watch this guy spiral, from this demon's perspective.
Yeah.
Just doing it for the plot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
for the
For
lulls.
the lols.
Feeling the vibes.
So, as they're getting ready to head out, Mirta comments that the town lights have gone out, meaning that they've activated a protocol for the evil. So who knows what's what's going on over there?
Yeah, which to my point, it seems like there's like multiple lines of possession going on here
Hmm.
because the one inside of Uriel hasn't like come out, so it's not it can't possibly be doing like everything, but there's whatever caused them to stop the cleaner. There's the one inside of Uriel.
Hmm.
Now there's one inside of Hayer.
Yeah,
So it's just like so how
it's kind of influencing kind of over. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
was gonna
so
say, is it influencing and it just like it, yeah, influencing, or is it bringing more of its friends to do things and it's just like telepathically communicating, like in Sinners? Like, are they able to communicate?
yeah,
yeah,
like a
it's
hive
it's
mind type thing.
it's like it's creating more like infection vectors where it's like, well, you're sick too, so you're infecting more people. Like it's not really even me infecting them anymore. Now it's you infecting them.
I see.
So think about in the city when something like Uriel pops up.
Yeah.
They're fucked. It's over.
Hmm.
So like it's already happening over there. And I think this is where Mirta says it. She mentions to Pedro like I can't help but think that this thing, once it got into Jimmy's
Oh
head a
yeah,
little bit
yeah.
and realized he had a connection to me, it decided that it wanted to come after me
Yeah,
because he
exactly.
knew about her from the start. So why didn't he
Hmm.
just call her from the start? He didn't call her until like a certain point.
I think there was
Hmm.
that part of him though that you see kind of wrestling with trying to accept it, like
Hmm.
accepting the fact that this is real, because he even in the car, like he's kind of like he's not convinced 100%. He's not really like co-signing everything that Pedro's saying. He's kind of like yeah, this is what he's saying, and I mean, I can't really explain what I saw, so what the fuck,
I
But
think. Oh,
mhm,
go
go ahead.
ahead. No,
Well, I was
you.
gonna say just at the beginning of the movie when they find the half a person, they're on the floor and they're snooping around and they see something that looks familiar to Jimmy and he's like, I've seen this before. And then
Mm,
he was told that a cleaner was coming and he's just like, where do I know this stuff from?
yeah, yeah,
hmm So I think to him it's kind of like again I think it's a mixture of like misogyny is a big theme, but also this like these like two macho dudes were like fuck it, we'll just go live in the middle of nowhere by ourselves because we don't even need anybody else, and we're
and they put
like
a "No Girls Allowed" sign out.
yeah yeah pretty much. Um, so it's like partially that macho pride of like I'm not gonna call my ex, but I think also it doesn't occur to him until the demon gains like I think first it can start to read your thoughts so that it
Yeah,
can start to influence them,
that's exactly
and
what I was gonna
then
say.
once you fuck up it can fully take you if it wants.
Hmm.
So I do think it kind of got into his head and then was like, oh, you know this woman, let's go after her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so in the car with Pedro, Mirta tells him that her and her husband used to have a church where the first rotten appeared. She says that they were frauds, so they thought it was an actor who they paid to perform. He apparently puked up on the family he apparently puked up the family he had eaten the night before.
Mm-hmm.
God is dead, and the time of churches ended quickly. Shortly after that, a group of monks appeared who taught them that there was a way to kill them before they were born, which her and her husband dedicated their lives to doing for the next 12 years, trying to atone for the damage they did to faith. Which is a fucking crazy line to drop. That's a heavy ass burden to bear if you think you did damage to the faith.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
they were
They were
frauds.
frauds. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they were doing the pretend faith healings,
Hmm.
you know, and then all of a sudden a real demon comes in.
Exactly. Whoops, a real demon.
Mm.
Eventually, the ambushes became more frequent, and the demons killed cleaners, which forced them to be more secretive about their work. Her husband eventually killed was killed on his way to a cleaning so she left town. From evil, you can only escape leaving everything behind. She brings up a really interesting aspect of the possessions that they find their way to you through
Hmm.
your fears, and she believes that the evil found her its way to her through Jimmy. She believes she cursed the entire town because of her selfish desires.
Yep. That's
So
what I was
crazy, yeah,
mentioning. And as it goes on, I do think that that was true.
yeah, for sure. So we cut back to Jimmy as he sees someone walking down the road at night. As he slowly passes by, he sees Sabrina walking along, digging into the brains of Santino and eating them like popcorn.
And
He,
this cracks me up. This is again like the dog carries Vicky so easily, and she's just got Santino
yeah, just
sideways with
Mhm.
one hand just eating. And I'm like, does this kid weigh fucking 5 pounds? Like,
so
He does
funny.
now.
Exactly.
that was well played. That was well
That's
played.
so good.
Respect, respect.
Thank you.
He stops in shock as she walks past the car. Then he steps on the gas and slams into her before running the car into a tree. As Sabrina's head is embedded in the window, brains flopping out of a hole in her skull, she turns to Jimmy and says, "Jimmy, you said you loved me." Which, right there, to your point earlier, how she said she fucked everyone.
Now think about this. Vicky told her, "Dad will kill you with a car."
Um,
Oh,
and she
fuck
also
you! Oh,
didn't
that's so
didn't she
dumb.
didn't she also say boom boom?
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just once, right?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, dude.
She got hit twice by a car.
By both her daddies,
God
her real one and the one who
damn,
raises her.
dude. The dad who stepped up, bro. That's fucking crazy.
So yeah, I think it could be argued that
Wow.
maybe Santino is his. I think Jair is definitely Pedro's,
Mhm.
but one of the kids is Jimmy's. and I would think Vicky based on the dad's gonna come with the car and kill
Hmm.
you.
God damn, you broke my fucking brain right now. That's
Yeah, that's
crazy,
Imagine
dude.
Santino.
That's fucked, dude.
and also think about this. She left Pedro because Pedro tried to kill Jair, and she ended up killing Santino.
Fuck. That's wild, dog. This fucking cinema, my guy.
This is a complex ass
It's a
movie.
very complex movie. There's been a
American
while
cinema
since,
could never.
yeah, exactly.
It never.
American cinema wishes, bro. So
In American cinema, the only brain eating happens in the Epstein files. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
so
Release the files.
Release
we
them. Release
we
release the files and then hang the files. Let's do it in that order. Am I right, brothers?
hell yeah, brother. So we see Jair walk into Mirta's house, telling his grandma that he's hungry and cold. He asks her to prepare something warm to drink, and he tells her that he doesn't want her to get sick.
It takes you a minute. It took me a
Yeah.
second to I thought it was the other kid who I just saw in the castle list. Eduardo is the name that they give to Uriel's brother. So
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if they said it at some point,
I
but
did not
but I
catch
thought it was
Eduardo.
him for a second, and I
Yeah,
was like,
Hmm.
"What
yeah,
is he doing here?" And then I went, "Oh shit, it's
yeah. It's
Jair," and
Jair.
all
Yeah,
and all of a
yeah.
sudden he's magically unautistic. So the
Yeah,
demon just like didn't know how to pretend to be him well.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Exactly,
The demon never
exactly.
had Tylenol.
Yes,
That's so good. Oh
very
shit, that's
again well played.
fucking amazing, dude. This is why we have you on. So the entire time, she's sitting in her chair, clutching her necklace. And Pedro and Mirta arrive at the school, but she believes the demon to be hiding in because evil loves children and children love evil.
Release the names in the Epstein files.
That's so good.
Sound a little victim blamey to me.
Is that- That's good.
Hey, these are 15-year-olds we're talking about, these sick
Oh,
motherfuckers.
God damn it. So they look around and find a group of children sitting in a dark classroom, staring blankly at the wall. Earlier in the film, while Pedro was about to go to sleep with Jair in the car, he saw a drawing he had done of a few stick figures standing in a half circle around another figure. While Pedro and Mirta explore the halls of the school, we see these paper cutouts of the same image.
And also, the grandma, their mom, has a necklace that looks like that.
Oh, did it look? I didn't catch the.
Yeah, it's like her kids and her grandkids like holding
Oh,
hands.
cute. Okay, that's so
Oh
funny.
yeah, it was like charms, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So they walk into the classroom. We saw the children in and asks one of the girls if the evil is there, if they're hiding it, or to tell her where it is because they came to help them. But another girl leans over and shushes her as blood drips from her mouth. That was so fun. Those kids
Mm.
must have had a great time on set, man. That's so much fun.
It took so long, and I'm glad they eventually put a name to it. But they're rubbing lime all over themselves. That's
Yes,
what that's
yes.
what all the white everywhere is supposed to be.
Limestone is what they say at one point in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's,
like
it's
chalky.
limestone just
Yeah,
powderized, so it's
yeah, just
lime, but yeah,
yeah.
it's used to like cover scents and
Sense. Yep.
shit.
So they go back outside and they see a little boy walking over with his bike. Pedro asks him if he knows if someone was sick.
That's the same kid on the
Hmm.
bike they almost hit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, on the road. Shit, I didn't even catch.
Yeah.
God damn, y'all are catching really
So
good shit.
so was that kid influenced to come out into the road to
To
make
the
them
back.
swerve so
Yeah,
that he could jump out?
drop the body. Yeah,
There's just like
I
such a
get it.
huge web of
Yep.
influence. It's hard to say.
So he sees the little boy walking over with his bike. Pedro asks him if he knows if someone sick was found nearby recently, but he just avoids eye contact and heads inside. A few seconds later, he walks out and asks Pedro if he's looking for Uriel. When he says yes, the boy tells him that he's been taken to a nearby house and points them in that direction. As they're about to leave, the little girl from before comes running out with tears in her eyes, pleading for them not to believe the boy. She claims that Uriel is actually being kept in her house and points them in that direction. Pedro attacks the little girl out of
It
frustration,
it, it
slapping her on the ground. It
it
is fucking brutal, dude.
It cracks me up though because I've
Uh-huh.
always thought if someone tries to fight me outside my car, I'm just gonna open the door and kick it with all my might, and that's exactly
He
what he
does
does.
like
And I was like, oh, yeah, all right, it's effective.
Did you feel seen?
I did. I was like, well, that it will work. It turns out it will cut.
it's so good.
I don't know if
Okay,
you guys have ever seen Forged by Fire,
I
but it's a good
swear to
way to
God.
waste 45 minutes.
so would you have used that tactic at gunpoint?
Oh man. Only if I thought he's gonna kill me anyway. I gotta try something.
exactly.
I've been robbed at gunpoint twice, and I'll
That's
tell you
why I
this.
brought it up.
I'll tell you this, brother. It's only scary the first time.
yeah, exactly.
After that, it's just like, well, yeah, all my shit's yours. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, exactly what you I mean.
Here's my podcast sticker. Be
I
sure
was
to
like,
follow us.
I was like,
exactly.
shit, brother, whatever you want. Fucking, I'll count to 400 if you ask.
so
I'm not gonna call the cops. They're not gonna do
yeah,
anything.
exactly. Yeah. so
ACAB.
Mirta realizes that the evil is being hidden there. They make their way into the school again, and Pedro uses a hammer to pry one of the boards of the stage loose. Underneath it, they find the bodies of the adults of the children killed. That the children killed. She tells them to get her things from the truck, and that those aren't children anymore. He retrieves her tools and begins ripping out the floorboards. That while the same little girl pleads with them to leave before they're killed. Mirta sets up a contraption of some kind while Pedro is searching for Uriel. Some sort of compass looking thing on a stand. That's what I
It's
put. I didn't
it's
really.
it's so crazy and complicated. It's like a sundial and a telescope, and
Yeah,
she's gonna
yeah.
like dangle this knife off of
This is
it.
a knife. Yeah, that
Hmm.
shit's
It's so like I have no idea what's going on.
no clue. So he finds him. He finds him buried underneath the bodies of the adults, covered in lime to mask the smell. She tells him that he needs to lift the body up for her to kill the demon with a special blade, telling him to rip the floor apart immediately. All the while, Uriel is tormenting him, saying that he wanted to kill himself with his children, that now is the chance to do so. The
Yep,
little,
and now again reinforcing that he
the
really did try.
earlier,
He really did
yep,
try to kill Jair.
exactly. So the little girl tells him that there's an axe in the room next door, but Mirta says not to listen to her. Frustrated and at wit's end, Pedro decides to check for the axe. When he does, the kids lock him inside the room and attack Mirta.
And
As they're
she tells him they will kill me if you leave the room.
mm-hmm,
But
It's a
again,
trap.
but
mm-hmm,
again, he ignores the woman who factually knows more than him.
yep, exactly,
Factually, it's like
exactly.
it's not
Has
like
more experience,
it's not like
literally.
she's
Yeah,
just some lady and maybe she's guessing too. You
yeah.
know she's an expert in this
Mm-hmm,
field.
She
mm-hmm.
And
literally has the tools that we saw earlier in the movie from the other cleaner who was killed to kill
Exactly.
this thing.
Yep.
and it's essentially framed that she's the very last person who knows how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And so the claim that all of this was orchestrated to get her, we're
Is
it's so
very
easy to
valid.
believe she's being egotistical, but it's true.
Yeah,
Like now there's no
100%.
defense against any of this.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, it's
Dude, this shit's brutal, man. It's so as they're dragging her away, one of the girls is striking her in the face with the hammer Pedro was using on the floorboards.
yeah, that's a real fucked
Oh,
up scene of the kids
yeah, dude.
killing her. They really like the concept of blood brain like jelly
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
falling out
Pouring
of your
out.
head.
Yeah.
We get it like four different times in this
Yep.
movie.
Yep.
But it's interesting too because she reveals that it's Attack on Titan rules. Because she
That's so
says you have to
funny.
stab them in the nape of the neck.
Yeah.
And in Attack on Titan, that's where like the because all the Titans spoilers are giant people, but they have regular sized people in the nape of their neck. So that's how you kill them is
Oh,
you kill where they both are.
you
So
killed the
it is
Gundam pilot.
yes. So it is like they are meat mechs. That is what
I
that's
see. I
going on
see.
there.
Yeah, that's great.
So it is kind of like the demon is just like in his body, like one to one, and stabbing him in the nape is gonna actually kill this like
Yeah,
unborn demon inside of him.
that's
O-
crazy.
Okay, so now how does this relate to JoJo's Bizarre?
Oh man. I'm
Oh
having
man.
a come back to me. Come back to me.
I'll find it. I'll find it.
Come back to me.
So Pedro finally escapes the room and has a look of defeat on his face. We see Uriel stick his head out of the hole in the floor laughing at him.
Unfortunately,
That shit was so funny.
unfortunately, both hilarious and terrifying. Because I
Terrifying,
did think it
yeah.
was funny, but I was like, if I turned my head and saw that, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
immediately shit
Just
my pants.
fucking yeah, him over the fucking little like stage was so funny.
There was
But
one
yeah,
point.
100%.
There was one point where they said Jair needed to be changed, and I turned to Amanda and I said, "Jair hace a pupu," and they said,
That's
and
literally
then
what they said.
literally the dialogue was "Jair hace
Sick
caca,"
caca.
and I was like, "Oh, all right, Duolingo's treating me a little better than I thought."
That's so good.
Feliz sábado.
So Pedro grabs a piece of the broken golden telescope and bashes his head in like a disgusting game of whack-a-mole.
God,
And
so
it's silent.
so gooey.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm telling you, man, this movie is just mostly goo. It's fucked up. So he falls to his knees, and the children are excitedly walking towards the stage. From behind him, we see a bloody figure emerge from the hole. A child makes his way down the steps and passes Pedro, wiping blood on his forehead as he walks by. The children open the door for him, and he looks up to the sky before walking off into the sunset with the others.
Mirroring the imagery of
Of the
the red
red,
figure
yep,
holding hands and walking.
so good.
Thus, children of the corn were born.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Malachi's little
Yeah,
bitch
Malachi. Yeah,
ass.
exactly. Oh
Malachi.
man, I fucking love Children of the Corn, man. That shit's so good.
It is really good.
Pedro arrives back at Mieta's house, and Jimmy greets him in tears. We can see Jair standing on the porch. They make their way back to the house, and Pedro places a tub of ice cream in front of Jair. Jimmy walks over to the barn that they allowed the young boy to stay in. I guess his name was Eduardo. We did not know that. Um, he's holding his gun, and through tears, he explains that he heard voices in his head telling him to kill the cleaner that was going to help with Urio.
Yep. And they even told us at the beginning it was a revolver that we heard
Mm-hmm.
firing off.
Exactly. So he says he cut his body into pieces and fed it to the
This
pigs.
is his
His
last
last resort.
resort.
God damn, God. That's so good. Fed it to the pigs, but not before eating some himself. When he asked what happened to the boy's mother, he says the same thing that happened to yours. Such a fucking ominous line. And
Kind of a
then we get the
bar.
reveal. Yeah, exactly. We get the reveal. So back inside the house, Jair struggles eating the ice cream. When Pedro goes to help him while he's choking, he pulls a knot of hair out of his mouth, and then blood comes spewing out when he also pulls out his mother's necklace.
I
Yep.
literally had to pause the movie and I was just
It
like,
was rough. Yeah, it's rough.
I
It's rough.
I can't do
The
throw up
mouth shit.
things.
Yeah, mouth shit.
Like
Yeah.
doing ayahuasca kind of helped with this whole throw up stuff, but that it was triggering some gag reflexes and I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
need a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go. And then
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I had to listen to it first and
Yeah.
then like go back and
And
watch it.
watch.
That was
Yeah.
disgusting. And
Yeah.
it wasn't just like a little thingy. It was like
No.
a whole
It
ass
was a
like
lot.
It's a whole
It
fucking
was a
chunk,
lot.
bro.
that boy was like elbow deep in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yucky.
so in the last moments of the movie, we see Pedro stumble out of the house as Jimmy approaches. Pedro collapses to his knees and screams out in pain as Jimmy realizes that their mother is dead because of Jair. And that's when Evil lurks.
Yep.
And that's
And
the movie, dog. And that's all she wrote.
oh boy, it's a lot. It's a lot
Yeah,
going on
it is a
here.
lot. I mean, we'll get pretty much right into ratings. But I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
man, the shit's a long fucking ride, and I am so curious to hear your guys' complete thoughts on this.
Well,
So,
I
your
think
rate out
I
of six, I remembered.
well quickly before that, I do just want to break this down for you guys because I
Oh,
thought this
please,
was
please.
interesting. I saw this list on TV tropes. So here are the rules and what happens. Do not use electric lights.
Hmm.
Santino uses an electric nightlight and is found by his possessed mother.
Hmm.
Avoid animals. Ruiz engages with a possessed resurrected goat, and Pedro forgets about his ex-wife's dog while removing his tainted clothes. Don't touch anything near the possessed. Pedro, Jimmy, and Ruiz all touch the bed sheets to transport Uriel,
Yeah,
causing the
yeah.
demon to target the three of them. It seems, and Amanda was the one who noticed it first. I had to run it back to actually see it because I listen to women. But it seems that Amanda and I are the only ones who noticed the bullet that Jimmy took, which is weird because there's a whole scene of him looking at
Looking
it
at the
and
bullet,
it
yeah,
being covered
yeah.
in goo. Um, don't hurt the Rodden. Again, them dropping him off the truck is what allows him to roam free.
Hmm.
Don't shoot something or someone that's possessed with a firearm. Ruiz and Leo both get killed or possessed instantly after doing so. Don't say the demon's name. Pedro's mother, in explaining this very rule, breaks it by playfully listing various
Oh
demon
yeah, she
names.
says the
Hmm.
Beelzebub and shit. Yeah,
Abraxas, I think.
yeah, yeah.
So
Or as they no, Azrael,
Asriel,
as
Azrael,
yeah.
Asriel.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which it seems as so seemingly attracting the attention of a demon implied to be Asriel, who possesses Hyer to kill her that night.
Mm.
And don't be afraid. The demon exploits Pedro's fear of losing his family by killing all of them off one by one.
Yeah, yeah,
And I did think this was another interesting one. So if you've never been on TV tropes, what it does is it's like a huge list of different tropes. But then if you look up a specific like property or movie, it'll show you all the tropes that are in that movie.
Oh, interesting.
And
That's
so
neat. I like that.
it's really interesting both to learn what these tropes are, but then also to be like, oh, what are some like
To see
examples
how
here?
people are playing with them. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's one called You Will Be Spared, and it says the way that's used in this movie is the demon birth from Uriel spares Pedro for his
Yeah.
part in bringing him into existence, though not without marking him with the bloody handprint.
Yeah, because we
So,
see him later on after he showers that he still has the bloody handprint on his forehead.
yeah, he can't get it off. And
Yeah.
then one last piece of trivia before we do the rating, that the ending with him killing Uriel and then being forced to walk the earth with a permanent mark as a uh, punishment for it mirrors Cain and Abel.
Oh, that's
Mm,
neat.
Mark of Cain, yeah.
Oh shit, that's crazy, dude.
Hmm. So now
Damn.
to our famous 6 out of 6.
That
Three sixes is a
would
perfect
make sense,
rating
yeah.
ratings.
It goes all
Victoria,
the
as
way to the top.
I was watching The Chair Company recently, and at one point he
Dude,
goes,
that show's
"It
so good.
doesn't go to the top, it goes to the bottom."
Dude, that show is so fucking strange,
I
dude. I
can't
swear to
wait for
God.
season 2.
So weird, dude.
Anyway, Victoria,
Yeah,
guesses first.
Mm.
yeah, please.
1 out of 6. No, I'm just kidding. No, so I watched this movie because I saw the like a trailer with that dog scene,
Mhm.
and I was like, I need to watch this. I immediately love it. Got a little too high, and I loved it way too much. Got too excited, and I had a great time. Everything like I was laughing when I wasn't supposed to be. I was disgusted when I was supposed to be. Uh, I I don't really have too many complaints about this film. The world building was a little confusing, but just
Hmm.
taking it for what it is, just taking the information, being a good woman and just listening to the man tell me things
God
like
damn it.
I get it. I see now why I died in the zombie apocalypse dream. It makes sense. Um, no, I truly did like this film. I watched it for the first time the other day, and I have not stopped talking about it. I watched it. I think the first time I saw it was before my Friday the 13th flash sale, and I was talking to about half of my poor now traumatized clients about it, and I was like, "You guys need to watch this. Like, do you like horror movies? Do you like really really fucked up horror movies? No? Watch this one anyways because
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
amazing."
It's good for you.
Yes, take your medicine.
It's so unfortunate when a normal person asks for a movie recommendation and
I know,
you
dude.
just start sweating.
Uh-huh. I have
That's
a whole
so
list.
good.
I'm just like, do you like horror movies? Yeah. really, what kind do you watch first? What do you watch? Well,
Exactly.
I
And
really enjoy all the Halloween episodes on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. Okay, watch the Bluey Halloween episodes then.
I
Do
saw
you go
I
ahead?
saw someone recently say that Hocus Pocus is their favorite horror movie, and a lot of comments were like, "Great film, but I'm sorry,
Yeah, exactly.
not a horror movie." Like
Oh,
what?
honey, no.
But yeah, I was recommending this a lot. I had to give out all the trigger warnings. I'm like, are you okay with animal violence? Are you okay with, you know, late term abortion?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, how do you feel
At
about
one point,
men?
though, the kids do
How do you
become
feel
the
about men?
aggressors.
Not positive? Well, you might like
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
exactly.
Do you also die during the zombie apocalypse? Um, but
Is
yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So, what do you give it?
1 out of 6, Joey. Weren't you
Okay, fair,
listening?
fair.
No, definitely a 6 out of 6.
Hell yeah.
I will definitely be watching this at the shop. Everybody's going to be
Hell yeah,
subjected to
dude.
it. I tried to get my apprentice to watch it, and I told him about the trigger warnings, and he's like, "No, there shouldn't be stuff like that in movies. Stuff like that's wrong. That's not even
Coward.
like film." I'm like,
Coward.
"Shut up, child."
I would have been like, you can apprentice elsewhere.
Yeah, you can go back to your hot topic job. I'm done with you. Sorry, Alan.
We are not philosophically aligned.
Exactly.
Mm-mm. You know what? I don't want you in my booth anymore. Go talk to the other boys.
Exactly.
Do you have a like a screen when you're tattooing people? Like my artist, he owns his shop, so he has in his area like a big TV, and so he'll just put on movies for me while he's tattooing me.
Worse, we have shop TVs. So literally,
Mm.
we put something on, everyone else is subjected to it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
It's been pretty fun when, yeah, when I've been there.
I've been subjected to Apocalypto almost every day for the last couple days. I'm like,
Jesus.
the great movie. I don't like it because everyone is dirty. It makes me feel sticky, and I don't like it.
Here's a life hack. Let him know that Mel Gibson's a racist, and if he likes a
Exactly.
Mel Gibson movie, he's a racist too.
They are. It's fine.
Yeah, he
That's
knows this about himself.
They're all racist. They're all misogynist. They it's a
uh,
sausage fest, my
ay, ay,
guy.
Mm.
ay.
Yeah,
That's
shop
I
boys.
am talking to a woman in a male-dominated field,
There you
so
go.
I should
Yeah.
have known that.
I do feel dominated, and not in a great way.
God damn it.
Not in the way I'm looking for.
I did not consent.
Chad, what did you think?
I really enjoyed it. It was very tense from the beginning. It moves in such a way where like very early on, like within the first few minutes, I was kind of scrutinizing like why do these guys feel it's their right to fucking investigate this woman? Like kind of fuck off, like what's going on here?
Yeah.
But then 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, I get it because society it is entirely fucked if you lie about having this like possessed person, and then just kind of how it
The
spirals so
domino
much
effect from there. Yeah.
from I'm a farmer and what if someone just killed and robbed my neighbor? Like I should probably be aware of what's going on here
Hmm.
to the world is ending like because of these things that are happening.
Yeah.
You know, it moves in a way where it's earned.
Hmm.
Like it doesn't feel bullshit or like unnecessary or unearned escalation. Like it moves in such a way where you feel like it's natural. You
Yeah.
know, it's not just like okay, now we're in the fucking like war room with the Avengers and finding out what's
Yeah,
going on here.
yeah, yeah.
It's a small scale story about very few people living in this world that we only get enough information about for this story to like feel poignant and do what it needs to do. But like God damn if I don't want to see another movie explaining like what the fuck this bloody fucking fetus walking around is gonna do,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? Um
Like the
Literally,
third
children
omen.
of the corn
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, yeah.
or the
Re-
omen.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say, yeah, that's it's just Damien. Yeah.
really liked it.
all three of them.
Yeah, I'm inclined to give it a six as well.
Hell yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really enjoyed talking about it. It's been about the last 5 hours of my life has been this movie,
Fuck yeah.
and I'm not upset about it.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess that leaves me.
Oh, and I'm sorry, and I just wanted to say how I really, really loved that it went full circle in terms of I mentioned before the brothers, they don't think they need anyone. They can just go rough it and live off the land by themselves. Like
Yeah.
who needs anybody?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
at
yeah.
the end it's we need them and they're all gone because of our actions. So it's just full circle. They were alone because of their actions and now they're even more alone because of their actions
Yeah,
and just
everybody's dead
how
because of their action.
it just found it more fun to torment them
Hmm.
than to
Hmm.
kill them. And even at the end, sparing him, just being like, you know what, live with what you've done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the hardest fucking thing you could do to somebody like that. Like such a
Yes.
despicable character.
I do think what happens after that is both of them sucking on a bullet, try starting a gun,
Oh yeah.
because they have two
Yeah.
more of them, right? One's in the
Hmm.
house and one's in the saddle room. They're done. They're fucked. They've already been illustrated that they can't escape this. It's over,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I just thought it was very, very beautiful, very succinct. But boy, does it make me want more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much gonna echo what I've been saying, echoing this whole time. It's beautifully done in the way that like you're right, like it's shot in a really really effective manner. Like all of the scenes with like the even the shadow like from the deer head, how it like extends up the film. That shit is shot really really well. Where like you've seen those types of scenes in movies before. Like a lot of these are tropes that we were saying that we were familiar with, but they're just used in such an effective way and it works so well. And it again, like bringing in the COVID thing was so interesting because it's not in a pandering way either. It's not in a way that was like, oh, remember how much this sucked? Like it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? It was in a way that was
Yeah.
really really interestingly handled. The characters all like you were saying that like right up top, the interpersonal drama between the family members is so intriguing because you're learning so much about these characters through like really quick interactions that are like breakneck speed. Like again, I didn't catch all of the thing about him attempting to kill Haid until we were talking, literally until we
Mhm.
were talking. And I've seen this movie like three times already.
I'm sure there's a lot more to catch.
Oh yeah,
This just
yeah,
being
yeah,
like first viewing, you
yeah.
know, but like I we rewound a lot, we
Hmm.
paused a lot. Like it probably took us like 3 hours to watch this hour and a half long
Yeah,
movie because we kept
more
like
than that for me to do the notes. I know.
yeah, yeah. So I'm sure there's even more going on, but yeah, it's and again in a way where it's like very natural and feels good and feels it's all competent writing. The things you do
Exactly.
and don't understand are both
Yeah.
signs of good writing.
That's what I mean, and I think, and it does leave me wanting so much more out of the world. And I usually am like, I could give or take sequels. You know what I mean? I'm like kind of about it a lot of the time. The 28 years later sequels have been some of my favorites, though. I will say, I know I'm not spoiling shit. I'm not spoiling shit. I will say those are absolutely getting their own episodes one day, though. Like 100%. They're that's changing my mind about sequels in general. Like just in
Mm.
general, it's so good. But anyway, I it's an extremely unique film. I've never seen anything mesh all of these things quite like this. And that alone gives it a 6 out of 6 for me, man. Like this is fucking cinema, man. Like this is everything I wanted in a movie like this in recent years and then some, but like it reminds me of also the other movies like the 2000s aughts movies that we cover a lot of times that were like really in your face gore, like a lot of the French,
Mhm.
new wave, the extremity movement, all of that stuff was like this feels like the spiritual successor to all of those, you know. And yeah, it's a fucking work of art, magnificent film. I That's what I'm saying. I really do think that Demián is one of the new greats if he continues on in this direction because I'm so fucking curious to see what he does next.
We like a satanic Hispanic
I
around
love
here.
it. We love it.
I'm
We
s-
love it.
I'm still waiting on the JoJo connection.
um, I mean, it's kind of a spoiler. It's kind of late game. Maybe I just won't say who does it to who. But there is some body stealing that happens in JoJo,
Oh, there you
and
go.
that's what comes to mind here. But
I love how much that
Every
show is able.
episode.
There you
every
go.
episode, I'm gonna start doing it more intentionally
You need to do it more
because it
intentionally
comes to
now.
mind without me trying sometimes. But if I try a little more intentionally,
Oh
it,
man.
yeah.
I listen to this shit in my car on the way to and from all of my
Oh.
jobs. So I'm just like, where's the connection? There it is.
Well, yeah, man, we appreciate you coming on. Please, the floor is yours, dog. Anything you got to promote, please tell us what you.
Um, I wish I could promote some Friday the 13th, some flash sales.
I know we just had that though.
I know we just had one in February, and I'm still recovering from that. We have one in March that just passed, I guess. Um,
Oh yeah, that's
When
that's
this comes
true.
out, yeah.
That's true.
uh-huh. And then next one's gonna be November. I'm trying to do
I
a
like how you knew.
convention.
I'm over here going through the
Okay.
calendar like
We were trying to count, okay? We were trying to count. Uh, and then I might be doing like this pop-up horror event with what is it called? Monster Mall out
Oh,
in
that's cool.
Chino. If I'm able to do it, it's the April 11th to the 12th. If not,
Ooh.
stalk my Instagram, Tattoos by Victoria. Shameless plug, I'm wearing my own hoodie.
Hell yeah, dude. It
yeah,
looks
you
Thank
so
should.
you.
cool too.
I was telling Joey it was such a hassle getting this freaking thing. But anyways,
We
stalk my
we
Instagram.
we have to try to plan for next time that I'm gonna come down so I can get a tattoo by Victoria.
Yeah, dude.
Deal.
Absolutely need to.
Deal. At the very least, I want a personal JoJo connection.
There
If
you
I've never
go.
seen
you
it.
you know what, I will come with something for you to tattoo on me from JoJo.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right,
That
you heard
that
it here.
that'll
You
be
said
my it'll be
it.
my third JoJo tattoo.
Damn, dude, that's awesome. Fuck
And
yeah.
it'll be one of the best ones.
Well,
I've never done one.
Well, I'll
I
be I'll be honest. The first one that I have, it's kind of
a
hard to
little
see.
small one. Yeah,
He
the to be
didn't do a,
continued.
he didn't do a great job. He really didn't do a
Talking
great
shit.
job. You can
I
kind
I,
of
ho-
see like
I
I've
hope
had
he's not watching or listening.
no, he's just some random guy in Portland, but I've had other
Oh,
tattoo artists like look at this and be like, "Yeah, the reason it's like flared out there is because
Yeah,
he was moving the needle
yeah,
too
kind of.
quickly."
Yeah.
Things like that. So I don't know. Maybe we can like thicken the lines on this and make it look better too. But
better yet, we'll cover
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
you can definitely outdo this guy. Let me say that much.
All right, you
Thank
guys.
you.
Tell them where to find us because I did it last time.
You did. So you can find us under the sea. If you're looking for me, that is where you'll find me. Yeah, see, I should have known she would know the Sea Lab reference. Um, no, but you can find us where all pods are cast. You can find us on Instagram at the Devil's Work Pod, TikTok at the Devil's Work Podcast. You can email us at the Devil's Work Podcast at gmail.com. It's been a while since I last saw you, but I think that Sideshow and I will be doing some more streaming in the future at
Yes.
twitch.tv/sideshow. Spell it right,
ESY.
PSY, and twitch.tv/skeptikmo. Spell that right,
Yes.
SKEPTIK.
LMNOP LGBT.
Yeah.
And we gotta make that fucking the Wolf House watch happen. So we're probably gonna do that soon.
Yeah,
Actually, we'll
that
do
would
the
be
watch
fun.
along.
We should definitely do
Yeah.
that on a stream. And I think for my next choice, this is one that is sure to be disgusting and horrifying.
Hmm.
And I've kind of wanted to, especially right now with everything going on with ice and everything. We just recently did another a movie from Spain, another movie in Spanish,
Hmm.
and I kind of want to like keep that going. Like especially right now, it's important to be like, yeah, fuck you, watch the movie in Spanish, you
Yep.
know? So I want to do a 2016 Mexican French horror film. In Spanish, it is Tenemos la carne. We are the flesh.
Oh, no shit, dude. I've been wanting to see this one.
It sounds like it would not be a
Oh,
terrible pairing with this movie just
dude,
from the
I'm so
synopsis.
excited to do that. Hell yeah.
Haven't seen it, but hear that it will make me retch.
I heard,
So
yeah, I heard
that's
really, really
that's
good things. Yeah.
that's what you mean really bad things.
I've heard really good things. Yeah. Really
Really
good bad
great
things.
things.
Yeah. So I'm excited to do that. Directed by Emiliano Roca Minter.
Mm.
Emilio!
I was really thrown off by Minter being his last name.
Exactly. It's like
Minter?
one of these
Like,
things is not like the other.
yes.
So, thank you guys for joining us today, man. We will catch you next time. And yeah, man, I don't know.
Here's a
Definitely.
horrifying
Yeah, go on.
here's a horrifying piece of foreshadowing for the next movie. The film contains non-simulated sex scenes, including a scene of masturbation to
What the fuck?
climax.
So, so go do that. And
Yeah,
we'll see you
that's an
next
early trigger
time.
warning. Go masturbate to climax. You deserve it.
All right, you guys, take it
What's the
easy.
point of masturbating not to climax?
It's called edging, and there's an entire
Mm-hmm.
corner of the internet dedicated to it. We gotta go. Bye.
We gotta go edge.
Oh God. Bye, Chad.